Look at the funk. Look at the
I don't understand what's going on here.
How's it going, everyone? It's going Card Limits, Lazy Lee, my favorite content creator. What's going on, Nicholas? It's long time no see. Riptoad, I'm sane. So upset about it. Like, actually upset about it. They just released the new pet. What am I supposed to do? I'm saying. Congrats on the tournament today. Thank you so much, Kilboon. Thank you. Echoing. How's it echoing? How about now? Better? Worse? Easier? Might be just the room too. Honestly, my sound one is actually kind of crazy. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, my headphones are pretty close to my microphone, so maybe regardless. What's going on? Bought the mate for the lulz, but now I'm mourn. You get attached. That's one of the best mates inside of Master Duel, like hands down. Full stop. It's super good. But yeah, today's been interesting. Miss Last Stream, good to be here. Hey, I'm happy that you're here too. I'm happy that everyone's here, hanging out, chilling with us early. We're just big chilling. Tonight, Wield Nor Monsters. I actually need to get that set up real quick. Thank you for the reminder. But other than that, some cool stuff happened today. We have, I kind of want to do 3 things today. The first is we have like a quick tournament report. If you guys didn't see on Twitter, or also if you guys weren't in Distant Coder's stream earlier today, first and foremost, how dare you? Go follow that man. The second, is I won a practice tournament today that he held. It was a pretty good competition all around, I would say. It was in preparation for MBTs and the Master Circuit Series tournament, essentially, that's coming up on the 4th. And so I was like, yeah, I kind of need some practice and need to shake off the rust. And a couple things to note. First things first, I won. I went 4-1 in Swiss, and I could have gone 5-0. I lost to time, but I was in a winning position when I lost to time. That's the important thing to know, I think, for me, is that I had 2 interruptions. I had a banish with with Mirror Jade, and then I had a what's it called? Mercarrier. I had a Mercarrier to negate. It was sick, super sick. As well, I didn't bring a side deck. So the rules of this tournament was pretty crazy. The first, I was a little bit worried about it being best of ones, but it was Swiss best of ones, which I think was really helpful because it does kind of mitigate / like soften the blow on certain matchups that I had. But I won pretty good, except for my second round, which again lost to time, which sucks. But hey, GG's. It was JJPM, I believe. Also really good duelist and cool guy. Makes some great content on Twitter as well. Mike, thank you. Hi. How about now? I really do need to get a new microphone. That's like the best thing. I have plans on the biggest stuff. But what's going on, Wise Geno Man? Also, Hypergravity Wave. What's going on? Hello. Runic Sprite being it. I missed this in my banlist reaction. Everyone was like, Union Carrier and Toad are the Sprite hits. I'm like, that's very true. However, it makes the only viable version Runic Sprite, which is the least interactive version. It sucks, absolutely sucks. Now, to be fair, it plays less floodgates than normal Runic, but it's just super strong, dominant, absolutely dominant like a year ago. But still. So we won the Coder practice tournament today. It was a quick little local, but it was 5 rounds of Swiss, cut to top cut, and then I played 2 top cut rounds. So my total record for the day was 6-1 on my rounds. And no, is that right? Yes, 6-1 on my rounds, and I only lost one game, only dropped one game. Went 2-0 in both of my top cut games. Let me see if I can find the tweet. I'm pretty sure I have it, but let me see. I can kind of explain it too. I'll explain the deck because I do have it in Master Duel. It's pretty fun. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Konami hates combo and floodgates. They do, but they don't. They put their Konami 1 to 2. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. You forgot about the Sprite Live Twins. Sprite Live Twins also gonna be good. I mean, that's gonna be the fun one. Everyone who's like fun and wants to have fun will play the Sprite version or the Live Twin version. But everyone who's like, yeah, no, I just kind of want to, I don't know. The best one will be Runic for sure. The pure version is just not as good anymore, which sucks. Really does suck. It's still alive, but Tier Element Sprite will be very popular too, for sure. Yeah, the Frog Sprite is definitely still viable. Run and Toad and Swap are free. That's true, and Gigantic Sprite is really, really powerful. Sprite alone as an engine is just insane. That deck, I think, it's one of these decks I think Konami actually wants in terms of a combo deck. It's very interesting, has like a lot of variation. Tri-Brigade Sprite also can be very good as well. They can bounce back Max C and do a lot with that, which is kind of funny. So, it's definitely there. Here we go. Let's move over to I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. Yo, what's going on, Louis Plays? Hello. How's it going? Nice to see you here. Crawler Soma. Oh, yeah, that's right. Can we play Crawler Sprite? Can we play Crawler Sprite? That one sounds like a lot of fun. I'm super down. I love crawlers, unironically. Like it's crazy. Okay, so this is the big news today. Good news, everyone. We got first place in Distant Coder's Master Series practice tournament today. It was a smaller little tournament, just kind of shake off the rust and get a little acclimated to what people were going to want to bring inside of the Master Circuit series. Now, obviously, there's going to be people that are bringing Rogue or trying to take it down with some like heroes, but Coder specifically suggested and kind of like, asked for us to bring meta and to give as best as possible. So while I did want to enter with heroes or with Neos, I have like stuff back here. I just realized that. Instead, I decided to enter with what I dub as the new best deck. Most of you guys might remember I was trying to build branded Tri-Brigade for a long time. It was the deck that I thought was going to be one of the best decks on ladder and also, frankly, in Master Duel for a long time. But turns out no one wants to play this deck, and that's totally crazy. This deck is amazing going first. It's amazing going second. Like, I didn't have a hard time losing again. My only loss was in time, and I had control over that game. Just sucks to suck. GG's. But JJPM was my loss, and also my grand finals opponent, and huge GG's to him. It's actually pretty difficult, even in the grand final game. Had to play pretty spotless for it. So just kind of go over the list. We had in the Swiss rounds, we had 5 rounds of Swiss. I played Runic, Tri-Brigade, Salamangreat, ABC Therion, and Sword Soul. So Runic I went first against Runic, and I won. It was just insane. It didn't go with Mystical Elf Stun. I wanted, actually, I wanted to play Magistus Mystical Elf. I really did. I wanted to play Heroes. Magistus Mystical Elf were my top 2 choices in third or Sartix. And after those 3, I was like, okay. But then Coder was like, hey, please bring meta. I'm trying to practice. I'm like, you know what? I should too, if I'm looking to take down this tournament. So there's that. Let me fix my hair a little bit. Yeah, sure. But yeah, so the Runic one was pretty good. I did draw very well. I hard opened Revolt, which ultimately was why I won. This deck doesn't play a lot of back row removal except for Harpy's Feather Duster, and so having the available Revolt where I didn't have to actually make my combo because my hand was pretty clunky did help quite a bit. I had also drew Maxi, which he didn't have a response for, but it's fine because he made Baguska, and so what I did is I used my I want to say it's Ancient Warriors Link Monster to bounce that and then banish his Runic Fountain, and that sealed it up from there. These are the best of 1 format ones, so it's essentially just like playing on ladder, and this deck can go first or second, no side deck required. Tri-Brigade, I lost in time, but I think I would have won that one. When I lost in time, I had a Mirror Jade and a Merc Carrier in hand, so I had a banish for he summoned a kit, Tri-Brigade kit. I could banish that with my Mirror Jade, which also sets me up for the next turn, adds me back a Tri-Brigade monster from my deck to my hand, and then if he had a Karas in hand, so I could activate the Mercurian in response to the Karas to negate, and he used the kit normal summon, I think maybe to bait something, which is fine. So I'm pretty sure I had control over that game, but, you know, is what it is. And then Salamangreat was the third one. This one was a little bit weird because I opened really poor. My hand was like Crow, Carrier, Ash, Forbidden Droplet, and then I can't remember the last card. But, Call By. It was a Call By. So, no. Whatever. And so I won this one because I DD Crowed the card he was trying to OTK me with, which was he targeted his Salamangreat, the Sunlight Wolf, inside of the graveyard, and I DD Crowed it, and I won that way because after that point he didn't have any material, and I drew a Tri-Brigade monster for turn, and after that it was OTK. So what's going on, Brandon J? Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. For people wondering, so tonight we're going to be a few things. We're currently going over a small tournament report from a tournament that I played earlier in the day. Nice remote work. And then we're going to be doing Wheel Normal Monsters and maybe a discussion as well. Not exactly certain if we're going to be doing that discussion. It's a little bit controversial. But you guys let me know if you guys want me to talk about some controversy today, because I do have a lot of opinions on it, and I feel like it's pretty important to talk about. But, you know, it's okay if we don't get to it. So the next one was ABC Therion. I believe I went second, and I maxied him. And the opinions on what? I actually probably should give good context for us. It's on Yu-Gi-Oh! Clip channels. It's a lot on Yu-Gi-Oh! Clip channels. I have a lot to say about it, and it's not very positive. It really isn't. So what's going on, Eric? Hello. How's it going? Hello. Good to see you. So yeah, ABC Therion was fine, and it was I went second, and I dropped Maxi on him. He didn't have a response. Shocker, Maxi wins games. And all he was able to set up was a Griffin. And so I had a Forbidden Droplet for the Griffin, and then GG's, it was there. Yada top G Clipper. Yada's one of the good ones. I think Yada's actually probably the best Clipper. Him and Vlad, but Vlad is official, so it's there. Sword Soul was the last one, and that one I went second as well and still won. I can't actually remember how that game went. At that point, I was just kind of fueled by pure adrenaline, and we went 4-1 in Swiss, losing only to Tri Brigade, and cool. GG's to everyone. That was super sick. Made Top Cut. In Top Cut, we played through Sword Soul, and I actually think I have the Coder VOD up, so we can look at that. We got into the second game, I believe, so it was right about here when Coder joined in. I maybe should have like actually gone through it. So he came in when we were playing second. So inside of the tournament, there we go. Get you guys here. Boop, 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 boop. Inside the tournament, we didn't record the rest of it, which was kind of upsetting because we did win game one. We went first, and we just set up a Tri Brigade board, which the Tri Brigade branded board, if you guys don't know, it is essentially ending off on Mirror Jade, a Revolt, and a Bounce with the Ancient Warriors Link monster. It's super easy, super fun. What's the format for MBT's tournament? From what I remember about it, it's a Swiss tournament with, if maybe also this tournament is maybe making me skew this, but it's a Swiss best of 1 tournament, and then it goes to a Top Cut, which is best of 2 with sighting, or best of 3 with sighting, and that's I believe the format of it. And that was pretty big. Reach Diamond 1. Reached Diamond 1 with Despia. He maxed me twice and killed him with style. That's sick. That's super crazy. Oh, you took the maxi challenge? That's kind of dangerous, especially against Despia. What were you playing? Sounds pretty good. Book check. How many books did you read this month? I read. Well, currently, I'm finishing my second one. But I read 2 so far. To be fair, the second one is a finish from last year, so I was halfway through and just finishing the rest. The first one was Reggie Fils-Aimé's Disrupting the Game. Thought it was really good and insightful. I do like that one a lot. And the second one, I'm less than stellar on. It's Iron Widow. And I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of the author's name, but he essentially... Oh, Reach. Oh, okay, I gotcha. But essentially, they wrote a book based off of Yu-Gi-Oh. They wrote like essentially a Yu-Gi-Oh style book for middle grade. And I'm a 20-something-year-old man, almost 30 now, kind of a boomer, and I don't necessarily need to be reading books for middle grade. But I thought it'd be kind of fun and maybe to do a video on it, maybe reach out for an interview to kind of talk about inspiration for it. It's based off of classic Yu-Gi-Oh. But also mixed with Chinese mythology and lore. I thought that was really interesting. The best, I believe they talk about it and say that it is like Yu-Gi-Oh mixed with Percy Jackson, and that interested me. But the one I'm reading now is their other series called Iron Widow, and it is a YA book or young adult. If you guys never worked at a bookstore, and it is. Yeah, it's okay. I think that I'm not really privy, and again, I'm not the audience for this book. There's a lot of great things in the book that is really good and insightful. It's really neat. However, the actual writing and character, like moment to moment, I think I have some issues with, just because the writing is just so okay. And it also falls into the typical YA tropes of being like a love story thing where you're constantly being reminded of the stakes and also constantly being told like one thing when the characters kind of contradict themselves. And then the love triangle and love story behind it, it's pretty flimsy. But the actual descriptors are really cool. And that one's based off of Pacific Rim. And I was like, all right, I love Pacific Rim. Let's go. So those parts are cool. And again, maybe that's just me. I'm not really for a lot of the tropes for YA anyway, so... But anyways, so I'm reading that one in preparation for the next one, which is going to be the Yu-Gi-Oh! X Percy Jackson series. I believe it's called Zachary Ying, and it's on my desk over here. And the Dragon Emperor, that's what that one's called. So we'll be trying to read that one. It's pretty neat. 26 confirmed? Oh, maybe. 27 soon, though. But So yeah, this was my second game on Top Cut. The first one I just kind of won. It was pretty easy to do. I just kind of set up my board and then went nuts. There was not a lot to do there. This was the second one. This was a little more interesting. So they went with Vishuda on the start, and we're kind of going through a normal Sword Soul off. I believe I had a Gamma. The Gamma was my hand trap here. So yeah, there's the Gamma coming down. Gamma is super good inside of this deck, particularly, but he Ash Blossomed it. Not a huge problem because I can actually just go through and use it again if possible. So it does dissuade him from using another monster effect. So he ended up searching a Blackout, and the Sword Sword Blackout, after he searched that, he set 2 cards. Now, I'm thinking at least one of them is Blackout, and the other one is maybe like Call by the Grave. I'm calling Call by the Grave or Imperm more than likely. Definitely not 2 Blackout or 2 or something. That's kind of crazy. Yo, what's going on, Game Rex Andy? Hello, nice to see you. So I'm thinking, of course, we have in the back row a Blackout and a Call by or Imperm. So you're playing around both of those, and also Negation. So to start off, we go with a Forbidden Droplet to get rid of Kit because our hand wasn't super strong, just to be honest. We get rid of the Negation, we go for Kit's effects and Nerval effect. We go for Karos. Now we do have the Mercarier in hand. I think that's what we discard. Yes, and then after that we can now banish. Now Mercarier is really crazy because Mercarier is just free advantage. It's just free card advantage, especially for this deck. And the other one is Rivalry. So we got hit with the Rivalry of Warlords, which kind of sucks because now we're locked into Beast. But that's kind of okay because Tri-Brigade is somewhat fine, and I did get very lucky. That's what I will say. Rivalry is okay because, we're kind of fine. So we go for Bear Brum, try to get a Revolt out. We go for Albion the Strata Dragon off of the Mercarier, trying to maintain card advantage. It's pretty important. Sending the Branded Fusion to the graveyard to put it back to add, draw a card. That was actually a mistake. The card I drew, I should have sent the trap card, but that's perfectly fine. Go for Bear Brum, just get some stuff off and try to get this Revolt in. Because if I can clear out this Furgit, then I get to have my Revolt. Now there was some contention on this ruling, and from what I understand about how it works and how it's ruled in the OCG / Master Duel, because my monster, eventually you'll see it, my monster is face down. Technically, I don't own any monster types or any monster attributes, so I don't know where it checks, but we were able to do it. So I call by the Vishuda, negate the Vishuda, and now we're just playing Beatdown. We're just trying to play Get Lucky Beatdown. I'm getting aggressive though because I am behind on control, so I'm just trying to win out with tempo. That's the biggest thing. If you feel like you're losing on control, you're gonna want to out tempo your opponent, and I definitely have more advantage here by just trying to swing in. Right, I just try to win by pure card advantage and try to out tempo my opponent because clearly they have a Blackout set which they can pop off if I allow him to establish a Worm monster, and then another card which I'm like, if called by, then I'm dead. So we send for Branded Sword to add the Mercarier. At least now we get a monster negate, which is neat. After that, we go for just a big attack. We hit with both the Furgit and the Branded Glory Dragon. Can't be destroyed by battle, which is kind of cool. We negate the Vishuda. Once again, we're trying to keep him off of the Blackout, which we know he has. And if that card is a Call by the Grave, he would have activated it there for sure. So now we know it's an Imperm, by the way. There's no way that he does that risk assessment and says, I'm not going to negate this Mercarier. So set to max C just to save it, and understandable. I go for the Branded Dragon just to get a little more damage in. It's because we're trying to out-tempo him. We set 1, and maybe this is the mistake, as you can see in the bottom right corner, we set our Revolt. Huge mistake here. Ended up being okay, but it was a huge mistake. Goes for Long Wand, the biggest, longest of wands. Now he gets this whole combo, goes nuts, and goes for Chenging. So Chenging I'm a little bit worried about, and I think if he decided to try and destroy his card, he gets to banish from our graveyard, but I don't think he ends up doing it. So it's totally fine. We get the Fairy Jet effect off. I can't remember what we draw. It was nothing really that good. After that, we go for Revolt. This is the weird ruling. I don't really know how this works, but we were able to do it. So, hey, cool. But I'm happy because we were able to clear it and go now firmly into Shurig, because Shurig clears here. So we summon out Shurig. Shurig was pretty big. Shurig effect to banish the Chinging. And at that point, we then win. I was not expecting him to try to destroy it. If he did, that's fine, because now we get card advantage. We'll just win now with a Beast or a Beast Warrior summon. That's all we have left in the extra deck. So we're looking for Beast Warrior, and I think that's all we have is Fractal. Technically, we can search Nerval as well because we have Doom Eagle in the extra deck. So Doom Eagle allows us to get a Winged Beast to work around this rivalry. So now it's our turn. Our turn sets, we actually draw, and I think we go into a Tenki. That's right. I think we drew the Tenki off last turn, deferred it. Go for Fractal. Easy peasy, activate Fractal's effect, just load up stuff in the graveyard. And we try to go nuts. Try to bait out if that's a call by the grave. Definitely not a call by the grave. So now we know it's not a call by the grave, or else he would have activated it. We also know the last card in hand is Vishuda, I believe. So now we just go for normal stuff. We go for Fractal, and Fractal's only 2,000, so hey, we're in there. And we go activate for a Rugal, I believe. So now I don't know what that back row is. Maybe it was just a bluff. Not quite sure. We're going for card advantage here, and then we're going to attack for game. Easy peasy. That was the second game. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. And now we're playing against JJPM, and this is going to be the mirror match. Yeah, it's super cool how Tri-Brigade has managed to maintain relevance over a year. It's such a strong mid-range engine, and it's getting more support in Syac. Yeah, I think that is pretty cool. I like this deck. I built it in the TCG, like the same list that I'm playing now, about a year ago. And it was good then, but then Verte got banned. And so the only reason why it's really good in Master Duel right now is because Verte is still legal, as far as Tri-Brigade branded goes. I think this might not even be the best variant. I honestly think Scareclaw might be a little better, because it's a little bit stronger in terms of a card advantage. But this just kind of allows you to play through so much in terms of hand traps or in terms of interruptions, and can shoot through monsters pretty easily. Like, your existing combo can actually like OTK in itself and establish a bunch of boards. So even if you don't necessarily know how to OTK going second, you can pretty much just like flowchart this until you win. So yeah, it's super, super cool. I find that I tried to play branded Tri-Brigade around when you first recommended it, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. Yeah, it's a weird deck. It's like you actually aren't playing branded Tri-Brigade. You're playing like Tri-Brigade branded, if that makes any sense. Your plays predominantly are to go for Tri-Brigade monsters, and your backup is the branded engine. That's how you kind of have to think about it. So you kind of just go for normal Tri-Brigade stuff, for your Apolosas and your Revolts. You go for your Rugal plays and your Axis Code Talker OTKs, but you want the branded package in there for a stronger going first board. And if you end up bricking, worst case scenario, you'll probably draw into your branded fusion, or if you can actually get into two monsters, you can go Predaplant, Bertie, Anaconda, and still get a monster on the board, which is nice. And because the only thing that locks you out is Bearbrum, the way to think about it is that you can essentially do everything until you try to use Bearbrum to search. And that's really about it. There is conflict, but it's fine, Probably because Konami in Master Duel. Why is this blanket not going down? Thank you. Probably because Konami in Master Duel hasn't touched it as much. Yeah, it's definitely much better than it is in the TCG. Tri-Brigade is still somewhat powerful inside of like a TCG format, but it's just okay, Yeah, Triclaw gives you access to good synchro pool and a better end board, which is a lot less flexible in my opinion. Similar to Tri-Lyrilusk. Fair. Tri-Lyrilusk is crazy though. Yeah. It's crazy. Losing Carrier sucks, and then also losing Barrier Statue is really bad. Tri-Brigade Lyrilusk is fine. It's a better mid-range deck now than it was, but I don't actually think that it sets up insane boards that other decks can't really handle. Plus, big lose to Max C if you don't have an out for it, because they have to summon a billion times. So at least with Tri-Brigade normal, even if you get maxed, then you're fine. You can probably end on like maybe a Revolt and give them minimal damage, which is okay. So it sounds like a lot. I've been playing a lot of Branded Despia. It's very focused on Mirjade. Branded Despia, is probably the more consistent engine, even overall. It's really good at card advantage and has I want to say it's a better grind game. This deck does not have a good grind game. I will say this. Once this thing gets into grind, and it's very hard. It's very, very hard. Can probably close it out. That's all right. So this is my final match against JJPM. He won the die roll and decided to go first. He's going for Rescue Cat. Obviously, you guys saw that I had Max C whenever he normal summon. So going for Max E, he's taking the Max E challenge. He's going to summon a bunch of stuff. I now draw. And I drew into my Imperm, and that's something that I thought was interesting to note. I was tempted not to use it right here. He activates his effect of his Farragut here in a couple seconds. And I was tempted not to use it, but I thought it was going to be better overall because I also opened Nibiru. JJPM is the funny Twitter man. Yeah, he makes great Twitter memes. I actually think he makes some pretty good content overall, actually. Another content creator, which was pretty neat. Cool guy. So goes for this summon. I want him to kind of waste material here. So my logic behind using my Imperm now is that I want him to start wasting advantage because now he has 5 cards in hand. Worst case scenario here, like, we're both tying card advantage with 6 and 6 if he just sets like 2 pass. But now I'm like, okay, if you have something in hand, go ahead and use it, and he's going to try to extend. That was the problem here. He tried to extend, and I think that was ultimately the big problem. So because of that, though, I get to have Nibiru. I think that was his exact 5th summon. So I'm playing 1 copy of Nibiru, dropping the rock, and it's kind of over from there. Goes for Farragut, tries to draw the last Mercy draw. This draw is like, when you have to activate Farragut like this, it's like, please God, give me something. And so I've definitely been there. So after that, we drop the rock. He sets 1, passes. I'm fine. I actually drew Harpy's Feather Duster, I believe, as my opener. So I drew pretty nuts. I drew Maxi, I drew Nib, I drew Starter, I believe, as well, and Harpy's Feather Duster. It was over. Absolutely over. Rock jump scare. I'm saying. Where's the rock? The eyebrow raise. I think in general, card design has changed in the past few years, putting a heavier focus on splashable engines that can work with past archetypes and grind well on less insane board building. I think that's a very good sentiment, actually. And I agree. I think that's something that Konami is trying to strive for, is general engines that are good enough to splash into almost anything. And when they need to, they'll put the engines that are like way too powerful inside of their own archetype. So, and maybe try to not as conflict them. We can think of things like Branded. We can think of things, even like Tri-Brigade is somewhat generic. And we can think of things like, what's the word for Adventure. Those are the big 3 that I'm thinking of right now that are huge in terms of splashability. Now, it does create some problems because combo decks are still going to be kind of bad. But with a somewhat more diverse format, it can be okay because the odds of you seeing them are going to be kind of rough. But I personally don't like the card philosophy. I like more of an archetype heavy build. That way you have consistent matchups that you can bring to. Again, I'm more of a fan of like a 3 to 5 deck meta. Super fun. But so anyways, I dropped Harpy's Feather Duster here. The one of feels good. Kind of just, Drew Insane here. And so after that, we get rid of a big afraid if that was Revolt. So, but instead it's going to be a Forbidden Droplet. We drop Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat would go through our whole combo, and I made an oopsie. As you can see, I put Farragut here. It has a down pointing arrow where Nibiru is holding. So I could have had Lethal, but instead, I now have to play around that. So it's fine. We go here. We then go for Bearbrum. And the reason why I go for Bearbrum here, it's actually really funny. So we summon our Fractal. This is actually what we do. We special summon our Fractal with our Farragut. Hiya. Whenever it goes. There it goes. And now right here, this is important to know if you're going to be competing in these tournaments or if you're competing in Master Duel in general. Notice how up until this point there was no interruptions until here, right? So it tells you a few different things. It tells you, 1, that he had the toggle on for an interruption negation. Maybe he missed it on the Rescue Cat, which was pretty big. Or 2, he has Nibiru. So now I know 1 card in hand, and I probably should know the second one if I knew it was searched. So, but I now know that he has Nibiru. Now, he did not activate Nibiru here, though. And that was, I think, maybe a misplay. Now, he was kind of chancing that I had 4 cards in hand. Maybe he wanted me to go nuts. But instead, I'm going to read, and I'm going to try to push how far he's going to let me go with Nibiru. Because I'm in a pretty commanding position, just card advantage-wise. And so I linked the 2 off for Bearbrum. So if he nibs here, which, it flashes back to him for his Nibiru point after I look to draw. He can chain for that. What I'm accounting for here is even if he Nibiru's me, 1, I get a pretty big token. And then 2, I have a Revolt, which doesn't conflict. So now I get a draw and a Revolt off of this Nibiru, and it leaves him with 1 card in hand. I don't think that's very smart for him. I think this was not worth it, but I clearly had the advantage up. And that's kind of the problem. So I'm playing around Nibiru here, especially, which is crazy. So we put that back, we go nuts. And then we're going to go into battle phase. We're going to try to go for battle phase. So again, toggling over. We know he has Nibiru now. And we're going to go battle phase, try to force it out. Need to sleep. Good to see you, though. Kilvin, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. I do appreciate you chilling out with us for a little bit. And it was cool to see you in Coder's chat. I actually think I saw you there earlier today, too. Thanks for the good words. And glad to see you today, too. Hopefully you can catch the VOD, and we'll be streaming a lot more. So I'll be seeing you soon. But get some sleep, though, and have a good night. So we go for battle phase, try to bait out if he's going to Nibiru us. If he does, whatever, we get to set 2 and pass. So now we are in a commanding position. We know 1 card in hand, which again, if he end phase Nibiru's us, then okay, who cares? We set 3 though. So right now on the set 3, we have Forbidden Droplet, Call by the Grave, and I want to say this one's an Imperm. We could have hard drawn. We might be thinking that we hard drew the Revolt, and that's perfectly fine. But now we know 1 card in hand. So we know 1 card in hand is Nibiru, we know 1 blank. Now we know 2 blanks, and we know 1 Nibiru. So now we pretty much know entire hand knowledge. Essentially, 33% hand knowledge, what am I thinking? So he's going to normal summon the Fractal. Fractal's going to come out, and now we know essentially there's 1 blank and Fractal open, which is, there. So he's going to activate Fractal's effect. He's going to banish cards on the field. And then I'm going to actually activate my Forbidden Droplet. So Forbidden Droplet's going to activate. I'm going to send, and you could, in theory, I could send Bearbrum here, but instead I want to go for more advantage and send my Kit. Call by the Grave sucks, so he drew Call by the Grave for turn. That's fine. I'm still winning here because I have the Droplet. The only thing that gets him out is a Droplet. Okay, he has the Droplet. That sucks. Droplet on Droplet action. He sends the guy to Grave. But here's a pop quiz. What happens when you send a monster to Grave? Oh. This is game 2. There we go. What happens when you send the monster to Grave? You Call by the Grave it. Easy peasy. That was just unfortunate and actually just unlucky. We get the Call by the Grave. After he says, no, you. I have my own Forbidden Droplet. And then we go nuts. From here, we're just in a winning position. We go Kit. We send Kit for Nerval. Nerval effect activates. We get our Fractal. Now, Fractal's somewhat a throw because if this last card is actually anything, then we just auto lose. Not necessarily because it's enough damage. So it'd have to be like something crazy. But now we have damage on board, so we just go for a battle phase, and that's game 1. He decides to go first on game 2 as well. And as you can see here, yo, what's going on, Overly Critical Anime? Moki Hype. We're going to be trying to spin the real normal monsters tonight, and so hopefully we can get some Moki action. I kind of want to wait on Moki, though, full disclosure, because there is word that we might be getting Pote soon. So if the new Moki card is inside of the selection pack for Pote, that card is insane for Moki. Like the actual Moki deck, like a beatdown deck. It's actually insane. It's incredible. So here's the thing. You lead to side. I'm not siding. We messaged the mods earlier, our side deck, that way we couldn't switch it. But I just straight up told the mod, I'm like, hey, is it okay if I don't side deck? Is that chill? But do you need my main deck for a picture? And they're like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. And so I'm not side decking here. I'm absolutely not side decking. Is the maintenance in 30 minutes? No. It's not in 30 minutes, is it? Hopefully not. I don't think so. If it is, that's fine. Then we'll this is almost done. So we'll do this and then we'll play the actual game. And then we might talk about our thing if that's the case. But yeah, we decided not to play a side deck. Biggest reasons why, and this sounds like a brag, but it's just the truth. I didn't know what to side in, so I thought it was going to be more of a hindrance than an actual like benefit. if that makes any sense. I said to myself, I'm like, okay, I don't really know what everyone's gonna be playing. It's maybe like Runic, Sword Soul, like that's branded, maybe those three. And I'm like, I don't have any token collectors. I'm like, I have to think about what ratios. I'm like, I just didn't have it planned. So I know my deck is good going first or second. It really doesn't matter. I do that all the time with this deck. So I decide I'm just gonna run it. I'm just gonna run it without a side deck. Run it completely main, and it worked out just fine. No side deck required, and it was sick. So take that as you will. I don't know if that's gonna be that's not a best advised practice. But in this instance, because I didn't like plan out for a side deck, I just thought, okay, well, let's see what happens. Like, screw it, let's run it. I really just didn't have the capacity to actually like sit there and be like, okay, so plus it's gonna be stressful and having to worry about it. It's a non-factor. So sit here siding for a little bit, and should we fast forward? Managed last night. Okay, that's good to know. And then we're getting into game 2. So game 2, he goes first, opens up Tenki to grab a Fractal. Now, I open in my hand DD Crow as like my only interruption, and I think maybe DD Crow, Droplet, Called by the Grave is what I have, and then one other card. I want to say it's Nerval. No, it's DD Crow, Nerval, Kit, Called by the Grave, and Forbidden Droplet. So those are my 5. And so DD Crow here is the only thing I can do. It's not great, but it's fine. It's completely fine. Merc Carrier. Maybe it's Merc Carrier is my other card, not Call by the Grave. But it's completely fine. I thought that I would need it for maybe like before he banished, but honestly, nothing really is. You can't really hit anything inside of the graveyard with this deck, because even if he just banishes 2 here, he still gets advantage and he can just go nuts. So I'm just gonna let him go off. His hand is apparently pretty weak though as far as combo goes, so he goes for a Rugal, which initially I thought to myself, okay, if he has Rugal here, it means he drew hard into his Revolt, right? So he ends on Apollousa, excuse me, an Apollousa and then set 2. I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's got a Revolt and like an Imperm, and those 2 I know for sure are gonna be there. So Revolt, Imperm, or Call By are my best guesses here, because I'm thinking to myself, why make Apollousa unless you just hard drew the Imperm or hard drew the Revolt? So we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna go nuts here, and we're thinking to ourselves, what do we do? My hand isn't that strong. Again, my hand here is Nerval, Kit, Merc Carrier, DD Crow, Forbidden Droplet, and then one other card, and I cannot remember what it is. So I go ahead and I go for Nerval. I normal summon the Nerval, maybe try to bait out something, because if he did have a Revolt, not a bad spot to Revolt here. Like, anytime you're having to normal summon just to start with your Tri-Brigade hand, it's usually bad. It's usually a bad sign, because what you end up having is a weak hand at that point. Now, Tri-Brigade's weakest hand is one monster you have to normal summon, maybe another Tri-Brigade monster that you can't do anything with, and then hand traps. So not that bad, but not super great either. So anyways, here would be a perfect time for him to Revolt if he had it, and god dang it, once again. Spoilers. So instead here though, he goes for what I was caught off guard with, and I learned later this is in his side deck. He goes for a Artifact Sanctum. Now, Artifact Sanctum lets him summon Artifact Scythe. Monka W, Artifact Scythe. This card allows you to activate and then lock you out of the extra deck, which is huge. Not a bad activation here either, because it means I can't get advantage by going to Almirage. So I understand the thought process here. It's perfectly okay. So he goes for the Scythe. I have the Forbidden Droplet. So that's great. We're able to negate both, and we don't have to worry about having this Apollousa anymore, because we can just destroy it. So that last card there could still be a Revolt, but we're going to send the Kit, get advantage, and send DD Crow. I'm glad I sent the DD Crow, because if I didn't send the DD Crow, I wouldn't have the advantage left over. So it's fine. So we're sending 2. We're negating both the Apollousa and the Scythe. So now we can go back into our extra deck. I'm going to go for Kit. And now my hand here is actually, I remember, it's Called by the Grave and Nibiru. It's Called by the Grave and Nibiru. Here is the only sus play and the only losing play that I think I truly made, but it ended up working out because I had to make a big move. I think that it's okay because I had to make a big move. So what happened here is I went with Kit, and I activated Kit effect. I sent a Nerval, and after sending Nerval, I'm going to add Karis. Now here's the workaround. If that is Revolt, I auto lose. However, because he did not activate it after I sent Kit and after I added Karis, that leads me to believe that it's not Revolt. But I lose if it is Revolt regardless, so I'm like, screw it, let's just go. Now, it's if an Imperm or a Call by the Grave, he would have activated as well. He doesn't want me to get to that advantage. Maybe he Call by the Graves the Nerval, so I actually can't search, and also I can't activate this Nerval. So if it's Call by the Grave, he would have activated it. If it's Revolt, he would have activated it. At this point, we're sussing out for either another Sanctum or an Imperm. So we're saying to ourselves, okay, Imperm. We're playing around Imperm now. So we add the Karos as a big bluff, the biggest bluff of my life. We activate Nerval. And because we searched Karis, though, and we're showing that we might have the other copy of the Tri-Brigade in hand or a card we can discard off of Karis. So I'm like, okay, now I need to push and see how far he's going to go before he actually activates this Imperm. Because if he does activate this Imperm, like actually truly activate this Imperm, then I lose. So again, just keep on going. We're just gonna push it. We're just gonna see how far he goes, right? Because in theory, even on his side, if he activates the Imperm here, that's a bad Imperm. If indeed I do have an extra copy for my Karis. Because at this point I can load up my grave with 4 cards for a banish. And that's no good. Right? Because I can technically still make Almirage here too. But anyways, I banish 2. So I play around the Call by the Grave because I banished the Nerval. So if it's an Imperm, we lose, but it's fine. Because we made the bluff. Got bluff successful, and we make Farragut. Farragut effect, we special summon out our Karis. I was really excited for this stream until I read the title. You called me old man. What's going on, Hector? Fellow old man, though. Fellow boomers unite. I remember this guy card's sick. We're trying to spin the wheel Neural Monsters and see if we can get some Moki. But hell yeah, you should be excited. It's sick. Thank you for stopping by, by the way. Hello. It's good to see you. So the other thing here too, by the way, we go for Farragut, which is kind of a losing play again. Once again, we're losing until we summon Karis. Once we summon Karis, we're fine. Like we win at that point. Because we summon Karis and we summon Farragut. Now, Farragut allows us to special summon out the Karos. We activate the effect of Farragut. If he does Imperm here, again, we're fine because then we go to Verte. As long as we can now have 2 monsters, we're perfectly okay. Problem, though, is that he doesn't. So now we get to do something that I thought would be, super chill and give him the option select. We put him in the option select, give him a little blender, give him the mix, and we summon out Verte. When you have 2 monsters and you don't know what to do, make Verte easy every time. Draw a card of Farragut. We put back a card. I think this was a duplicate Call by the Grave, so we just kind of kept our hand. No, it was Mercarrier. We kept Mercarrier. So instead here, what we're going to do is we put back the Called by the Grave. No, we put back the Nibiru. We don't need the Nibiru anymore. So now, if this is Imperm, it gives them the option select. We're going to go ahead and go for Karos here, because if we can establish a Bearbrum, which we can, then what that means is that we can then go into a Revolt. So he has to either negate the Verte and stop our Mirror Jade, or he has to negate the Karos to stop our Bearbrum for a Revolt. So we know and we think this is Imperm. It is in fact an Imperm. He negates our Karos. After that resolves and we get our Karis negated, we then go into a Predaplant Verte Anaconda. We're going to activate Anaconda's effect, and we're going to summon out a pay 2K, send a Branded Fusion, and summon out a Mirror Jade using our Verte as a material. So maybe just in case Super Poly. I actually don't know. Plays around it quite a bit, though. So we go for Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade's really sick. But now, once again, here's the toggle. As you can see, the toggle read is very, very important here. It goes back to him with the red. So once we do that, or once he does that, we know now, okay, if he had an interruption, he would have used it here already. This has to be Nibiru. We don't know the card in hand, so we know one blank and one Nibiru. Once again, we're in this spot. Hand knowledge, we almost have it complete. He activates Nibiru. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. He activates Nibiru. It's going to actually trigger our Mirror Jade because we're trying to just maintain advantage now. And also, it triggers our Mirror Jade in the end phase, so we're perfectly fine. Once we get Mirror Jade, we're going to send the Glory Dragon, and this searches a Tri-Brigade monster from our deck to our hand. Super, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So after this, he's going to activate his effect to tribute all our monsters, which is fine. I think I banished the Apollosa here because it doesn't really matter what I do. We're going to get a big old rock, big old token. This is the second Nibiru that has happened in this game, but it's okay because, again, we established our Mirror Jade. So having the Mirror Jade on board is probably bad for him, and we can clear, so this is obviously the good choice. But he can't clear our token. It's just too big. He gave us a big booty of 4,900 and a big buff arms of 64. So he can't clear it, and we have lethal now. We go for Mirror Jade effect, Mirror Jade to destroy in the end phase, not necessarily right now. So he can't have anything else. We set our Call by the Grave, which ends up being super big, and I'll explain the big brain Call by the Grave play here in a moment. But anyways, that's fine. And then we add a Fractal in the end phase from our Glory Dragon, and we destroy the card with Mirror Jade. So Mirror Jade's effect activates, destroys his Nibiru. Our Glory Dragon also searches us a Fractal. So now we threaten lethal. We threaten lethal with our Fractal. So, and also we can put stuff in the graveyard. If this is an Ash Blossom or it's a hand trap, we don't really care. But yeah, I saw you sneaking that screen. What? I didn't say anything. We need to get all the way off my... No, I never watch Ryan George. I mean, Screen Rant. I mean... What? So, after this point, it's his turn to pass back. We draw. We have a big booty, and we have a call by. Worst case scenario, he's got to kill us. So that's perfectly fine. I think the other card in hand we have is maybe Mercarrier? I can't quite remember. He's going to summon the Fractal, and this is maybe going to be the end of us. So I decide to preemptively flip Call by the Grave. And you see Coder shaking his head here. He's like, it's over. It is true. We banish the Kairos. So here's the thing. You might look at this and be like, wait a minute. There is no Fractal. Why'd you do Fractal? Well, I want to make sure that he's on pure version, which is there. It's gone Resurrected Jason. Hello. Kind of learning Tri-Brigade now, but I'm going to forget as soon as sprites come in. Like, actually, though, like, sprite's just going to be insane. But Tri-Brigade and Tri-Sprite is pretty decent, actually. But yeah, looking at 2016 was 7 years ago. I'm not that old. 2016 is pretty bad. I wanted to make a video talking about my favorite hero deck, which is Totally Awesome Heroes. That deck's almost 10 years old. Can you believe it? I feel bad. That deck's almost 10 years old. It's crazy. I feel old. So we go for Call by the Grave on the actual Kairos. The reason why I'm doing on Kairos instead of on Fractal is because we want to, this does a few things. The first is that it gets him off of a Link Monster summon, which mainly gets him out of card advantage. I think he still has Bearbrum left, so he can establish a Rugal if he's playing 2 into a Revolt. And I want to keep him off of it. So I banish the one preemptively, and it stops him, if that other card in hand is a Tri-Brigade monster, it stops him from doing Kairos because he can't activate the effect because this is his normal summon. Because he normal summoned Fractal instead of activating Fractal's effect, which again, him playing around a Call by the Grave, not bad, then that means that we got this. So even if he activates Fractal's secondary effect, which he does, to send himself and another monster to the graveyard, getting all this advantage, he searches off of or dumps with the kit, searches off of the Nerval, and he searches, I believe, a kit from the Nerval. We close him off of a Kairos line. So we don't know the last card in hand, but if he searches a Kairos here, and we didn't Call by the Grave the Kairos, then we lose, because then he just clears our board, gains advantage, and we just can't do anything. But now we just in our solid position. He searches a card and he passes back to us. Now it's GG. Grand Finals 2-0. You boy Swolelax with branded Tri-Brigade. So now we have 3 cards in hand. We know one of them is lethal, so we just go Fractal, turn it to that. We go Fractal, go for 3. This is a little maybe a little BM. I was just like, maybe I just want to get some advantage off and go nuts. Just in case maybe he has something. I don't quite know. But we win anyways. We go for Doom Eagle. It's one of the last link 3s we have. And then we just go Battle Phase, and we swing in with Fractal, and we swing in with the Nibiru token. So it's 19. Then we go 64 for game. And that's it. And that is how I won the first Master Duel Circuit Series practice tournament hosted by Distant Coder. It was versus JJPM in the finals. Cool guy, and a pretty good duel. I thought this was a lot of fun. And it was sweet. It was super sweet. What's going on, Edward? Hello. Congrats, dude. Thank you so much. Well, Chalice Sprite may be possible, though. I'm kind of down. XYZ, something is ever 10 years old. I'm kind of sane. Makes my bones hurt a little bit. So that was the breakdown. That was my finals. I had one more game that was shown on stream. That was my Tri-Brigade loss. TLDR, I lost in time, but I had 2 negations on the board. So I had complete control, and I probably would have won that game, but it's fine. So here is the list that I played for that tournament and my matchups. So this went 4-1 in Swiss, and then I only dropped a single game, which was good. But it was big GGs. The comp was great. I thought that it was actually very, very good. Good matchups all around. The only rogue option was Salmon Great, which again can still perform pretty well. So, it's there. But yeah, I can't believe I just made a comeback against Despia. Ooh, 100 HP. Big poggers. Big poggers. Big target on you. This is the one. But I'm looking forward to more practice. I don't know if I'm going to play this for MBT's tournament. I might fool around with this and maybe a few other builds, but I dubbed it the best new deck because back when the branded engine came out, I immediately structured this deck out and tried to build it because it's a crazy deck. It's super consistent. It's a Tri-Brigade list and has the branded backup, so you can end on a board that's usually a Revolt, a Mirror Jade, and a Bounce with your Ancient Warriors Link monsters, Link 2. So this is my list. I played Gamma in the main because Gamma's insane, and there's no side deck. I had no side deck required on this one. It was, at 1, I felt like it was going to be more of a hindrance for me to try to build a side deck than to just play the game. And then 2, this deck can go first or second. It plays enough hand traps that worst case scenario, you're drawing 2 Tri-Brigade monsters and 3 hand traps, right? So you just max out on hand traps and you play a lot of consistency boosters. I think 42 is good for this list because you are playing some bricks like Branded Sword, the Merc Carrier, and also the Shrouded Dragon. Even Albaz, it's good. It's a super poly. So it's not necessarily a brick, but you really want to see Cat. Cat is the best card in the deck, on top of the fact that you can really get into other Tri-Brigade lines. But Cat is full combo, and Cat plus Gamma is insane. You can search DD Crow. I have no complaints about this list. If I had to have one complaint about this list, it's that I want all the children of the world to join hands and sing in the spirit of peace and harmony. Oh yeah, we know the bit. Is the only thing I would say is that maybe more backer removal, like a Cosmic Cyclone or 2 for your matchup against Runic, but this is pretty solid. How do you feel about Totally Awesome and Union Carrier being banned? I hate it. I love Totally Awesome. Union Carrier is good. Union Carrier needed to go. But while I love Totally Awesome because I think frogs are one of my favorite decks of all time, and I love Toad, it's super cool. Totally Awesome Heroes is my jam. Frog the Jam specifically. The unfortunate part is that it makes Runic Sprite the best variation of Sprite, and that sucks. I hate to feel that because I really would love to use the Swap Frog engine. Ronin Toadin's a better hit because it still allows you to have Totally Awesome in decks that use it. But man, I can't believe it. Ruggles popping off, not Ruggles, Ruxin popping off right now though. He made a banger tweet about it. That was right. Lynx is 6 years old. I'm saying, how, Sway? It's amazing. Yeah, anything with Runix is hated. Runic is really cool. it's just like Floodgate Runic, and like Runic's unfun to play against. It's pretty non-interactive. Like it's different. It's just a different deck. But I hate the fact that it's forcing us to play Runic Sprite over any of the other variants. Maybe Live Twin. Live Twin's okay. So this is the list. I'm gonna go turn off my fan real quick. I just realized I'm like, why am I so cold? It's because I have my fan on. So I'll be right back. One sec. There we go. That's better. So now, after all that's done, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the little tournament breakdown, I'm interested in playing the Master Circuit Series tournament from MBT, and I will be competing in that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I will be streaming my run as well, and I don't know if it's gonna be with this deck, but it's pretty hard for me to say no, just because it's really, really good. So, yeah, I don't know. Hope you guys like this one. But for now, let me open up a game. The leaks were true. Oh, the leaks were actually true. For the Pote stuff? Where do we find that out? Can I wait for tier lists to add my branded cards? I mean, they're really good. Runic is an odd deck since, unlike most variations, most versions decks, it doesn't have actually most banish decks in the banish card. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Decayed upload. Oh, hold on. Let me do my best Decayed impression again for the actual upload. You see the new Gold Pride stuff? I mean, good for them. I'm just joking. Yeah, I did. It was interesting. I thought it was cool. I saw Doug, I think, release the Gold Pride as the world premiere. It's kind of neat. Good on Doug. Love my boy Doug. What's going on, Adam Christ? Hello. Good to see you. What's going on? But yeah, hold on. Let me do my best Decayed impression for you guys. So the new leaks were true. We have, and I don't know if you know what these decks do or how good they are. I don't either, to be completely honest with you. But they're really good. We have Sprite, Power of the Elements. More cards coming in to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. If you don't know, these cards are going to ruin the game. Change the game so much. Look away, casual players. I think these cards are going to be okay. And I'm going to call it now. We're getting another ban list before these cards are released. A second ban list. You heard it here, folks. MasterDuelMeta.com. You guys can check out all the links and all the updates for it. Join the Discord if you guys are wanting to know exactly what cards are going to be banned. What do you need to craft? Easy. Fool. Enter the Master Circuit? I am. I'm going to be entering the Master Circuit. I'm going to be streaming my run, and hopefully I'll be doing the weekly tournaments, and maybe we can take a dub. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully we can win. Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay, we have max money. Max dailies. So that's my Decayed impression for how those leaks went. We know now why they banned Totally Awesome. So But, okay, so I actually have a question for you guys. We could try to play the Wheel of Normal Monsters, or we can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Clip channels and the drama that happened there and why I actually think that it is a bad thing. I don't have very good opinions to say on it. So, I don't know. It would be another, like, 30 minutes, though, so maybe we'll just do the Wheel and have fun. That's his series in a nutshell. That's his video in a nutshell. I'm saying it's there. It's like it's uncanny how easy it is to predict what he's gonna say. It's just I don't know, man. As soon as I heard before even Master Duel came out that he said again something like, and you guys have may have seen the clip. It's like we don't quite know what these legacy tickets are going to be. What are legacy tickets? How are packs going to operate? Timed or not timed? This gem economy, it's pay to win. And it's like, once I heard all that stuff, I'm like, I know exactly what everything he's gonna say with you and Mashal from now until the end of time, before the game even come out. That's all I'm gonna say. So, juicy drama. Yeah, the drama is like, it's like a 2 years ago drama now, with clip channels, and it's just okay. But what's going on, Demon Pit? By the way, hello. Dark Magician, but you can only use NR cards to support the Magician and his Magician Girl. Ooh, NR Dark Magician with UR Dark Magician. I think isn't Dark Magician Girl SR? Kind of fun. Wishing to get card destruction from legacy packs. I think that's where I got mine from, actually. Legacy packs are pretty interesting. I think that they're bad, but they're just like a nothing. They're pretty confusing, actually. They're pretty rough. But the drama with the clip channels is kind of nothing. And it's unfortunate that I have to say it's nothing, because it is ultimately nothing. But the preface is for the clip channel drama is that I have some pretty strong opinions on why I think that it's kind of scummy. I ultimately think that it is very misguided and misplaced, typically on the people that try to do it. There's only 1 or 2 good clip channels out there that are actually, I think, acceptable for the community and are positive additions to the community. The rest of it, I think, actually hurts, especially on the niche level. So I don't know, but yeah, should I wait for tier limits or try to go for sprite cards? Go for the sprite cards. The sprite cards are still going to be extremely powerful, and there might be tier limit cards inside of the game still too. They're going to be fine, but tier limit is still crazy, even without all the really, really crazy stuff. I remember playing against my brother whenever tier limit and sprite came out in POT for a regional, and I remember playing tier limit and I was like, this deck is clearly much better than sprite, but didn't have quite the number of support. It was a lot more complicated to play. Sprite's super straightforward and it's super cool, but sprite is definitely going to be a super good investment as far as future cards go. Yeah, the UR and SR just for the 2 exceptions for the rule. Very cool. A good idea to fix the legacy packs. You could dust them, but the dust you get from the cards can only be used on cards from legacy packs. Interesting. Sprite Runic's still a thing. Sprite Runic's going to be one of the only ways to play. That's going to be very unfortunate. But yeah, actually, that's not a bad fix. That's kind of a funny fix. I haven't heard that one before. Not bad. Actually, not bad. Because in theory, whenever you look at the legacy tickets, there's some pretty decent, well, there's some okay things inside the legacy tickets. 18 days left, I can do that. Because the legacy packs, right, they're mainly just this stuff, but you have some okay things in here. You have, like, Ningirsu is fine. Galaxy Tomahawk's okay. Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer is okay. Like, Jinto Layered. Cicada King's good. That card's fine. Penguin Brave is a pog. That one's pretty solid. Weird CUR. Cyberstein's fine. Blue Eyes is pretty worth, I want to say. Card Destruction's pretty solid. The Ojama stuff. One Day of Peace is not bad. There's like Link Spider. Link Phalanx is fine. There's like small smatterings of cards that are pretty decent in here, I would say, but ultimately it's actual garbage. Like it also includes 4,000 other garbage cards, not Someone's Goal. The Karibos are in here too. Yeah, there's like use in here. But I think I like that idea. If they didn't want to like completely change their gem economy, because the idea is, and unfortunately, is that like, while I would love to say that the ideal world is that we can dust every single card inside of the legacy tickets. But I will take if we can only dust extras. Those are the 2 most popular ones, because at least it gives me something to grind for, and I can gain material outside of just the dual pass. By the way, next dual pass, maybe tomorrow. What do you guys think is going to happen? I'm not quite sure. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Not quite sure. But I think maintenance was last night, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. All right. Let's check out... There we go. Here. Okay. We might get to the drama afterwards. I think that's probably going to be the most fitting because we can end the night on some drama. For now, let's get into some duels, and we'll go into the discussion afterwards. Okay. Actually, let me pull up the Wheel of Normal Monsters. Because I have not pulled it up yet. My bad. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Hey. Very cool. All right. Is it here? Is it wheel? There it is. Perfect. What's the new mate? For the new one, I'm not quite sure. This one's Marshmallow, which is fine. But all right, everyone. It's time once again. This was the last Wheel of Normal Monsters deck that we played. It was Mystical Elf Magistus. Super fun. I loved this deck. It actually was a deck that I continued to play after we got done with the stream. It's a pretty decent grind deck, not gonna lie. I probably could have been into Plat or Plat 1 with this deck. It's kind of fun and use Mystical Elf in an interesting way. And hopefully we can repeat that with the remaining monsters on the Wheel of Normal Monsters. That's right, we're back. The biggest one that we're hoping for today is Moki Moki. I'm actually looking forward to that. Big GX old head here. All my boomers excited. But we also have some interesting picks. We got memes like Space Mambo, Red Eyes Black Dragon, huge potential. And a lot that we can do there. It's just really expensive. We have the Magnet Warriors, the first triplet of the Wheel of Normal Monsters, and Crowned by the World Chalice, representing the World Chalice archetype. The most like a recent lore deck surrounding these normal monsters is really cool. So the idea today is we're going to try to spin this wheel. If whatever we land on, we got to build a deck around. I'm hoping for Moki Moki. That also being said, I want to pose a question to you guys. If we do spin Moki Moki, the new support for Pote, aka Power of the Elements Moki Moki, I think it's Stray or Wandering Moki Moki, is actually incredible for the Moki Moki deck. It makes the Moki Moki deck unreal. So, I would love to build Moki Moki, and we'll definitely see if we can do it. But if we do spin it, what do you guys think? Should we wait until the Pote cards come out? Moki Moki Adrift, thank you, Lazy Lee. Should we wait until that card comes out? Or are you guys cool with that and we respin? Otherwise, we can maybe do a redo. I don't know. Wait for Pote. Okay, I like it. It does make the deck significantly better, like insanely better. OTK potential's insane. All right. Okay, gotcha. All right. Let's go ahead and do what we do and spin. If we land on Moki Moki, which I am hoping for, let's go ahead and see if we can respin it. 3, 2, 1, and spin. Let's see what we can do here. Space Mambo. Look, I put the card on the wheel, but I was actually kind of just joking. I didn't think we'd get to this one until very, very late. This is true jank. Oh well, what can you do? Actually crazy. I don't know what we're gonna be able to do with this one. All right, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure out spacemambo.deck or whatever. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and build a new deck around Spacious Mambo. Great new. We'll go with Mambo number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. Okay, first things first though, and as you guys might see, we're gonna have to go with 3 shinies of our boy. There is no way that we're playing this deck without 3 foil versions of our space fish. And we'll see. That sentence has never been said before. True. All right, only 1 so far. I think that they had to have changed the foil ratios, right? There's no way. I wish also you can mass more than just 3. Because now I'm like, just give me what I need to make this shiny. Maybe if I got a keyboard shortcuts, maybe to make this faster. My APM's not that good on my mouse. Where's my hotbar? I don't know. It feels off, right? Like the actual like crafting rate. I feel like back in like earlier times, the crafting rate was like much higher. But now I'm like we're gonna run out of normal points. We had like 8,000 normal points when this started. We're gonna run out. This one right here. Can a brother get a shiny fish? Okay, there's one perfectly. Oh my god. Whew. Just craft like 15. We can only craft 3 at a time. We have over 100 copies of Space Mambo and only 2 shinies. Space Mambo Control. It might be doing a lot more with the fish. It's probably gonna be similar to frogs. There we go. Oh, thank the Lord. What's that Mr. Bean, like Chariots of Fire, like he's pressing the one key and he's like yawning? That's what this feels like. Bum, bum. Oh, we can only dismantle 99 at a time? That's new. Okay. Woo! All right, so first things first, 3 copies of Shiny Space Mambo. Pretty good, actually. I like how the little blue shines, that's neat. Royal Rare Space Mambo, if this card was an SR, I'd be pissed. But I like it. All right, perfect. So now we have to build around this card. Now, obvious first, we have to go for like Rescue Rabbit, maybe our Ash Blossom line. Where's our staples like Max C? Harpy Feather Duster is probably fine. Maybe Monster Reborn's okay. Lightning Storm's okay too. Imperm seems pretty decent. And now we roll. What are we needing for this strategy? We need XYZ monsters for sure. Do I have a Bahamut Shark? Oh, Toad's still legal. Toad is still legal now, so we're doing it. Abyss Dweller, pretty big. Time Thief Redoer, pretty strong. Lynx, we need to have Fish Sonar. Oh, interesting. We can play the Umi stuff. Oh, that might not actually be that bad. It is a fish card. It's fish, which is nice. We could do sharks too. Miss Starboy. Miss Starboy's good. Miss Starboy is also good. Do we have Miss Starboy? I think that's a super rare. I want to say that's a super rare. Yeah, probably. We definitely need this though. Maybe Access Code Talker. These are fun. Marine Sus. Just draw the out. True. Marincess would be kind of funny. That one, though, we're probably going to win a lot with Marincess, for sure. I'm going to call by the Graves. Okay. Marincess or Cyber, sadly. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is just the water synergy, right? Just the water synergy. Salt Frog? No, but that's probably not great. Keep on going. Keep on going. Okay. Here we are in our like rank 4s that we could probably use. Probably use a Downer Magician just in case. Stealth Kraken. Oh, that's right. We actually pulled 2 of the Stealth Krakens. Definitely can use that. Bahamut Shark Exodia. Oh. Add Exodia because we're playing like a Crooked Cook level 4 stun. That would be hilarious. There's my Starboy. Phoenix is probably good too. Phoenix is not bad. Let's see. Are there cards that support the normal monsters? Yeah. I think we got to add like 2 unexpected die. Seems pretty decent. Painful Decision might not be that bad. It's like a search, but why would we need to search the normal monster? I mean, that's fine. Absolutely okay. All right. I think that's all right. Do we have a white mirror? I thought we pulled at least 1 white mirror. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't have a white mirror. I don't think that we do. Deep Sea Aura would be interesting, though. We can summon any fish monsters level 3 or lower, not level 4, so that's fine. All right. Bahamut. There we go. What's going on, Bertofu? Hello, how's it going? And Kraken? Kraken's good. Kraken. Phantasm. Yeah, Phantasm also really works. That also works. Kragan. Is it one? Kra. There it is. Unfortunate you are. Big unfortunate you are. I think it's White Mirror. Yeah, that's not bad. Same original name as that social monster. That's not bad. Okay. And then what else do we do? Right. So what was the options we had? Zeus. Zeus is big. Zeus. And then Umi Control was Fish Sonar. Add a lump sum monster from your hand that mentions Umi or is a water monster. Then you can special summon one water normal monster from your deck. Interesting. That's not bad. It could work, especially if we're playing the big Umi Control. That's not bad. I don't like hate that, right? How is Zeus not banned? It's at 1, which I think is probably fine. Like Zeus should be like an end game kind of card like it was, but you know, I understand why they didn't do it. Because I think the OCG likes this card. It's a good card though. QCG we have it unlimited, I believe. Which that is a true mistake. So we're there. Okay. Now what? Just realized I'm like, oh, I have this whole protein shake here. Now I've not been drinking it. Ice barrier. Ice barrier fish should be okay. What's going on, Damien, by the way? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Infernal Queen Salmon. Is that the one that's the better one than the Terror King? The Terror King one's kind of funny, right? Sharks. Shark cards. Big old shark cards. Moray. Oh, Moray. Moray is kind of crazy. This card's sick. 2 water monsters from your hand to the deck. Draw 3 cards. I don't mind Moray at 2. Moray is actually kind of crazy. I like that idea. This card is kind of... I wish this card was better, but wouldn't the Utopias be a bit better for the rank 4? I mean, we definitely can go for a double or nothing play. I think double or nothing would be all right. For there. Double or nothing as a one of, and then Utopia. Come on. Come on. Utopia. Oop. I think Umi would work best because it's a normal, though you could also play cards like Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion for some normal fusion fishes. Also true. Is there a level 4 fish water monster or a water monster? This one has to be a 2 water monsters for level 4. You could play a Toad for one last time. I think it would be like I actually can't remember what the card's called. Instant Fusion's not a bad idea though. Shark. We're on the sharks, I think, is what I'm kind of leaning towards. Buzzsaw. Target 1 water monster you control, especially from the deck 1 fish, the same level as that monster, but with a different name. Oh, interesting. It works. 7-colored fish. Now, hear me out. Now, I actually did think about putting Great White inside of on the wheel as well, but that one might be something that we look back towards. Buzzsaw is crazy. This card's nuts. Let's get 3 of those. Nice. This card is, I can't believe this card's a rare. Isn't that crazy? Rare fish is a normal level 4 fusion monster. Is it? This one, right? No, deep sea shark. That might be alright. Let him cook. XYZ Remora. Yeah. Where's Remora? We also need that's this one, right? No, that's Saber Shark. What am I looking for? Abyss Shark. Abyss Shark's probably pretty decent. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's pretty alright, right? You can special this card from your hand by detaching 2 materials from monsters you control. When summoned this way, target 2 little 4 fish ones, special target's defense position, effects are negated. Can be used cannot be used XYZ material for except for water monster. That's pretty alright. That's pretty good. Like 2 of those, not bad. Crooked Cook for the memes. Is it Silo Dolphin? Silo Dolphin. What's it? Slee Dolphin. Oh, yeah. Special summon your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it comes from special summon the field, graveyard, except this turn, you can target one of those XYZ, attach this card material. I think this card's okay. It's kind of a decent starter though. What am I misremembering though? Is it Kelp? What's Lantern? Is it Lantern? Yeah, Lantern Shark. There we go. From your hand, defense position, Lantern Shark. What's the other one? What's the other one I'm thinking of? It's Lantern Shark. It's Nettlefish. Is it Nettlefish? Fish. Sea Nettle. Sea Nettle. That might be it. Yeah. Silent Sea Nettle. That might be it. Card from your hand. You can have special monsters, water monsters. You can act the turn. Yep. Cool. Yeah, that one's good. It's that one. It's also, is it Angler? Deep Sea Angler? Deep Sea Angler? No. Painful Decision might be worth running. I think it's okay. Like we're not trying to add this card to hand too much, even though it is probably pretty good for consistency booster. But it also kind of turns off Rescue Rabbit, which is a 1 card there. Silent Angler, that's right. Silent Angler. Silent Wobby. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bring me a good 2 of. That's pretty decent. I don't mind that at all. It's shaping up to pretty decent shark list. Then we probably want to add maybe these 2. Maybe just 2 Call By. Ash Blossom's gonna hurt. Maxie's gonna hurt. Imperm hurts, but not that bad. Let's go ahead and generate some of these cards. Could batch generate, but. So Painful Decision to send to grave is part of the effect is what I suggested. Actually, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, right? Like, what does this card do? Hand, also you can also do turn. Cheetah level 3, level 5. That might be pretty decent. I don't know. This card's the one that special summons from the graveyard, which is all right. And then also this one too. Might be pretty all right. Salvage is good too. I think the Moray is probably all right in terms of like our card advantage wise. This seems pretty decent. For sure generate the, well, does this have a pack? Shark's Pride? What do we get from Shark's Pride? Does Shark's Pride have anything good? Just the Legacy pack and the Stealth Kraken. We could try. Do we get anything good from the Shark's Pride one? Not really, right? We can kind of just craft all of this without having to waste gems. It's probably not that great. Bricks every time. I'm down to try it. If it's bad, we'll cut it. Because it does seem like it's kind of a hit or miss card for sure. I don't mind this list though. What am I forgetting? Maybe 1 Lightning Storm? Because we want to go first. Set up a bunch of monsters. Do negations. Pretty decent. We also have a lot of water monsters in here. So not bad for drawing 3. Plus it's free Ash Blossom bait, which is always great. A little better, not better than Desires. Desires actually might be still better. But Ice Knight. Let's see. Ice Knight. 400. Oh, this card looks cool. This card goes hard. Once returning deck to this effect, normal summon 1 water monster during your main phase, in addition to your normal summoner set. Oh, interesting. Not bad. That's actually pretty alright. Marby and Ash will be brutal. Yeah. Actually, this card being being... No, it's not a cost. There's no cost to this card. It's just shuffle back and then. So you activate it and then we get Ashley, I believe, is how this card would work. Progression series of the friend and somehow assembling all the parts of the Frog FTK, and the friend banned Moria Green because before Mass Driver. Dang. I mean, to be fair, like Frog FTK was busted. It still is busted. All things considered. How do you guys like this list? I think this is pretty tight. Kind of a not a whole lot. I actually really haven't. I've never played Sharks, so this is going to be a learning experience for me too. Is this in Sharks Pride too? Are you wrapping up because I just finished dinner? No. We're still going. Master packs. What the heck? Okay. Well, we have to generate this too. That's fine. One. Yo. Okay. Ooh. All right. Well, today is a good day. Today is a good day. All right. Here's the idea. Here's the idea. We're gonna try to pull Stealth Kraken. All right. We just pulled a Royal Rare. Is it possible for us to get Stealth Kraken too? It's probably gonna be very difficult, but we can do it. I believe. Never mind, I don't believe anymore. We at least have to try. Summon Limit there is pretty good. Mind Crush. That was, wish that was better. Understand why, though. One Royal. Perform Age Trapeze Magician. I already have this card. That sucks. Try again. Ring of Magnetism. This card actually sticks in my head as an old school equipped spell that I actually kind of think is neat. Win on the God card support from the Megatons. If the power of the elements comes first, then it's clearly money over date order. It would be pretty upsetting. Desperado Barrel Dragon. That'll work really well for our Bandit Keith cosplay. It would be very upsetting. I don't imagine that they would be doing like, one day of peace. This card's pretty good. I don't imagine they would be doing like too much out of the God cards. Like if they do the selection pack, they'd have to do 2 of them, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, 100 tickets, press X it out. We're getting very close. Some of these polls are pretty neat. Hey, it's the Mystic Mind guy. It's kind of cool. They want a big metagame to shake up the God card support. Doesn't... True. Actually, that's kind of fair. Field Barrier, pretty decent. The babies. That's kind of fair. I mean, they can still like kind of shove it in there, right? Like we saw with the Sky Strikers, they're very okay. The secret hidden God card. They're very much okay with adding to the secret packs. So I wouldn't doubt that they could do it. Augers. Bubble Shuffle. Or Bubble Illusion. Saw that. Ooh, this card's cool looking. 3 level 6 monsters. Interesting. Plant. Rika, maybe. Your opponent can act. This card's kind of cool. Never mind. All right. Legacy pack's good for something. Teaches me a little bit. So we're there. Archfiend's Call. Beautiful. Nice and delicious. Nice and delicious card. All right, one more pack. Can we do it? 2 cards. I'm hearing some like commotion outside. Oh, Duel's Cup rewards. How did I not open these? Oh! Yo! Again! Okay, tonight's... this card's really cool, by the way. But, okay. Okay. Pretty alright. 1 year anniversary pack opening? I would believe it. Nice, okay. That was nice. That was good. Hopefully, I mean, the 1 year anniversary was like a couple days ago. It's been 1 year. It's the 19th, I believe, is when it dropped. But all right, we didn't get it. We didn't get for the Mambo. 2 Royal Rares is good, though. Avram for the normal beatdown. Oh, Poggers. Hell yeah. Big Abraham. All right, generate Stealth Kraken. That's the one I actually think I would love to have in foil. And Bahamut Shark. Cool. Oh, free pull. Ooh, Shark's Pride. Let's see if we get it. Interesting. About a mobile release for it. They need to optimize their mobile. I think everyone right now is just playing on the actual consoles, but Mistaken Arrest, good card. Oh, speaking of the gods, very cool. Very cool. Torrential Tribute's actually pretty decent here too, by the way. Mistaken Arrest, good card. Good card. Like Uncle Roger. Like, Mistaken Arrest, good card. It's like very cool. All right, let's trick out these accessories. We'll go for the blue, the Protector, water, Dual Field, water. Where's the ice one? They teased out an ice one, and I really want that ice one. Vivid Abyssal Waters, Mate Base. What do you guys think? What letter should we go with today? Out of Herod, we have D-Hero. Toadmate is a must. True, we gotta get Toadmate. All right, D-H-E-R-O. O? Like O? O for sharks. The aquarium with volcano parts. Ooh, actually, yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. Check it. Let me do that one. O. 3 main cards, of course. Unfortunately, you could put the Royal Rare in there. Space Mambo. And Bahamut Shark. O for Ocean. Ah, there we go. That's good. I like that. I gotta change my mate. Change the mate to Farog while we can. Rest in peace. And there we go. All right, let's check out the deck. Okay, so this is the deck for Space Mambo, essentially Space Mambo control. Now, we could probably play some Floodgates like Rivalry or Gozen, are probably pretty decent here. I don't know how much that's going to really, be needed. This deck list seems pretty tight, a lot of monsters. We are playing Moray of Greed, so that's maybe the flex spot where we could, or maybe cut one copy of White Mirror, but we'll see how this deck plays, and then we'll go nuts for it. 3 Space Mambos are big key player here, along with going for like Bahamut Shark or the number 4 Stealth Kraken, along with their Stealth Kraken spawns. Buzzsaw Shark, big key player in Sharks, as well as Rescue Rabbit is a 1-card Bahamut Shark into totally awesome. Almost lost him. Gotta play him now before he's gone. We got word of that not too long ago, so if you're watching this video in the future, how does it feel knowing true sadness? All right, we go for Duel. We go for our other card, Mambo number 5. All right, 1 more win for Gold Tier 1. I believe it. Let's see what we can do. Man, the Toad Pets is so cool. Going first. Very likely that we win here. Will we get into Plat? I actually kind of hope we don't get into Plat, just full disclosure, because like we have 4 days left for well, if we do, we have 4 days left for it. Like what? By the time we do this again, it's gonna be weird. Ooh, this O1 looks pretty cool. I like this purple. All right. Okay. Let's start off with Rescue Rabbit. Big Banish. Ash Blossom. Ah, that sucks. Actually sucks. Well, not much we can do here now. That's fine. End phase. Feel sad for all the player. Toad is such a sweet Royal Rare. Can you believe it? 60 card Noble Knight, Suffering When. Ah, man, Noble Knights. I gotta pick up Noble Knights eventually. I know it's a deck I really shouldn't play, but I want to go back to Silver to accumulate more gems for the top tier ranks. I'm pretty sure you get the gems after you already win. Ah, Numeron Network. Okay, this makes me sad. Man, I really wish we were able to get that off. To be fair, you could have had, I guess, a Kaiju in hand or something. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Noble Knight's cool. I think Warrior Toolbox is a very underrated deck in this game. There's a lot you can do with Warrior Toolbox. We played even Celtic Guardian for the Warrior Toolbox, and that was sick. Rip? No, not Rip. Not Rip at all. We actually are doing fine. So problem is we can't really OTK, but Zeus is crazy against Numeron. If he drew limiter removal, then we're sad. But what are the odds? What are the actual odds? Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, so this tells me he didn't actually draw limiter removal. Unless I'm just big copium. He didn't draw limiter removal. No way. No way. No way. Yeah, see, he would have used it. Yeah, -2 on the meter. Okay, neat. Okay, cannot be affected by monster's effects. Pretty neat. Neat. Okay, so we're gonna go for Lightning Storm. Big Lightning Storm here. We're gonna destroy all attack position monsters. I'm okay with this. Afterwards, Buzzsaw Shark's pretty okay. Yeah, let's go for Buzz Shark here. We'll go for Buzzsaw Shark, Abyss Shark. We'll activate the effect of Buzzsaw Shark. We'll target Buzzsaw Shark. We'll summon out Space Mambo. Banger. We'll then special summon our Abyss Shark. I'm kind of just clicking buttons, I'm going to be honest with you. Go for attack mode. Add from our deck to our hand. Maybe... Maybe a... Is this once per turn? This is not once per turn. That's actually not that bad. Maybe we'll add another XYZ Remora. What's next? This guy detaches 2 materials from a monster you control. When summoned this way, you can target 2 fish in your graveyard, plus some of those targets, but their effects are negated. That's not that bad. Also, the first battle damage to your opponent is doubled? Huh? Crazy. Wait a minute. This gives us some interesting plays here. We can definitely go for... We could definitely go for Stealth Kraken still. We could do is go Bahamut Shark into Toad. Right? We go Bahamut Shark into Toad. XYZ Remora. Can this thing be touching 2 materials from monster you control? That's not that great. Because I'm saying we could go for that, go for this, go for Silent Angler. But you cannot special monsters from your hand for the rest of this turn. What's good here? What's good? Stealth Kraken is also pretty good. I feel like it's Bahamut Shark. I hate to say that's Bahamut Shark, but I feel like it's Bahamut Shark. Big Shark. Boom. Then I could special summon this, go for 2, special summon the Kraken still. Wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, let's try that. Let's go for you. Let's detach the sharks. Let's go for this. Not bad. All right, let's detach both of these. It's a little bit risky, but we're going to go for it. Maybe he has Nibiru, maybe he doesn't. We'll go for XYZ Remora. Special summon these 2 back. In defense position, effects negated, not a problem for our Space Mambo. Then we'll go for Stealth Kraken here. Go for 2. Attack mode. And then, oh, wait a minute. We can do it again. Insane. Okay, no, we'll go for Silent Angler. And then we'll go into a rank 4. Stealth Spawn Kraken wouldn't be that bad. Once returned to the quick phase, Or Abyss Dweller. That means it's more raw damage this way, right? No, Abyss Dweller. And we go Dweller here. Boosting attack. Big Dweller. I didn't know this for the long time, but Dweller's artwork, the Dweller is the dragon. Kind of neat, right? Battle phase. The first, so important to note, the first damage, double the first, I mean, we had a game. I should have attacked. I should have attacked with something. Woo! Man, sharks are kind of cracked. Not really into this tongue thing that's going on. Totally awesome, though. I'm not gonna lie. Get out of that. All right, let's run it. Big going first. It's just that easy. Toy Awesome Pet is so cool. We actually just drew the nuts. Who knew we can make a control deck combo? Ooh, God Hand with White Mirror, especially. All right, Buzzsaw Shark. More like Bust Saw Shark. All right. We already have what we have, so this card here. Well, okay then. The tongue thing. That was easy. Ooh, all right. Okay, going second. How does this deck go second? Actually, I don't know. It really wanted Abyss Splash to have 73 Abyss Splash, but to have their Zexal anime moment. I mean, that'd be kind of sick, right? With Memories of Hope and Double Iris Magician at 3, for me as a Numeron God player and Zarg player, I'm happy. No. Double Iris Magician is really sick. Memories of Hope, I'm a little bit scared for because Numeron gets a boost. Isn't that crazy? It's like they like Numeron. Oh, Lady Debug. Interesting. Oh, Backup Secretary. Oh, okay. Our hand isn't really that good. So, there. They know you were going to be going for the Toad. True. All right, Backup Secretary. I think here we have to go for Max C, right? If he has Ash, he's got Ash. Call by. All right. Yep. All right. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Don't worry though. I'm gonna leave you with some keys. BRB. Oh, all right. What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Hello. Math mech. Ah, of course. Well, that's fine. I'm not really too worried about Math mech, frankly. I mean, I'm a little worried about Math mech. I actually haven't faced them yet in ranked, so that's fine. Yo, what's going on, AA Kragan? I was AA Kragan. AA, what's going on? How's it going? Hello. Yeah, every time, same. With Code Talker. I mean, Cyber's general stuff, right? I mean, we're gonna be sitting here for a while they combo off, so. I wish we had something better to do whenever they were doing that. I guess we could read. We could talk about the entirety of the drama within the time that it takes for them to finish their combo. I definitely peed, and then washed my hands, and then got some more water, and then, you know, about to have some soup. It's good. The soup is super good if you guys want any. It's a beef noodle soup. I made some. Okay, so the other day I had like a massive craving for pho because it was kind of cold and basic and it's really good. And so I was like, okay, I just kind of want some pho. So I had some pho, and I was like, I felt bad because I spent like so much money on it. I'm like, man, this is not worth it. So instead, I decided to make it because I made ramen before, like from scratch, and ramen broth's really easy to make. So now, all I did was, oh, by the way, insane. He didn't activate his thing this turn, did he? He didn't. Technically working around triple tactics, he's not, but that's fine. Anyways, so the pho broth was really delicious. I made it's essentially just a beef broth with flavoring, and it's pretty good. But all right, we'll go for Buzz. I want to go for Space Mambo, but for us to win here, it's okay. Buzz saw Shark. He has the super factorial. Yeah, I think we just lose. Ah, sucks. It did say he was gonna rank up, so you know, shocker. He was playing something that's good. All right, I'm getting kind of. I should have gotten comfortable. I should have slept in a little bit, you know. A little cozy. A little cozy. Get back to my soup real quick while he's doing this, and I can't really respond. Oops, sorry chat for bumping the mic. Just have the rest of this soup real fast. Laplation, your turn? Our turn. True. Okay. Alright, goodbye, Buzzsaw Shark and Rescue Rabbit. We knew thee well. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That's fine. Well, now what? Good talk. Good talk. Yeah, good talk. Oh, haven't seen that lose animation either. Casual flex. Back to it. Math Mech is good though. I can't be upset losing to Math Mech. It's literally just the third best deck in any given format. And should have normal summoned Space Mambo. True. We at least would have been able to get through it. And it would have been good. I mean, it would have been a fine one. All right, we're going first on this one. And we drew absolutely the nuts. Holy. This is the stones. Wow, wow, wow. I knew a guy that left to go to the bathroom during someone's combo locals. I mean, I believe it. We drew this absolute stones. All right. We go die here. Ash Blossom, please. No. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Space Mambo. And then we go Buzzsaw Shark. Buzzsaw Shark effect. Target Buzzsaw Shark. Understandable. I actually wanted to summon a second Space Mambo. No matter. Could I care for you for a second? An Abyss Shark. All right. We'll go and add to our hand. What do we not have? I mean, technically we have the Lantern Shark. This one just summons from hand. Not really super useful. I mean, it is, but we'd rather have the Remora, I think. Remora is pretty good here. Okay, so next problem that we're gonna run into is that. Well, interesting. Actually, we can still do a lot here. I think we could go for Miss Starboy, right? Miss Starboy, special summon. No, I can't. I can't summon Angler. Dang it. Bahamut Shark is kind of funny. Interesting. I need a throwaway XYZ. I think that's what I need. Crystal Shark? I don't have Crystal Shark, actually. I don't think I do. But personally, I'm not a fan of the shuffle algorithms programmed for profitable agenda. I don't know. I say to myself that the hand shuffler is bad in this game, but sometimes you just draw the nuts. Sometimes it's just absolutely insane. We're in the issue that we were last time, where we have the problem is our hand is too good. We'll go for. I hate to use Bahamut here, but we'll use Bahamut. We'll go Bahamut. Bahamut Shark. We'll go XYZ Remora. We'll detach both these materials. We need to add one throwaway that's not Bahamut Shark, or maybe play two Bahamut Shark would be fine. Let's go Remora. We'll go Buzzsaw. We'll go Space Mambo. Anything wrong with a little bit of Mambo? A little bit of Mambo in my life. Okay, so we can actually go for a Miss Starboy here, I believe. We can go for Miss Starboy. It's probably not bad. Miss Starboy boosts all our monsters and get us some recursion of value later. So if we go for 2, go for Miss Starboy, and then go for Stealth Kraken, right? 1, 2. We go for 2, or we go for Stealth Kraken and Abyss Dweller. That's actually not bad either. Abyss Dweller and Stealth Kraken, pretty decent. Otherwise, we go into Miss Starboy. We kind of have it already. Yeah, why not? Okay, we'll go for Dweller. If all monsters you control are water, if this card is used at XYZ for a number monster. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll go for these two. I think it's like reading. All right, Dweller, big Dwell. And then we'll go into a Kragen. Big Crag. Biggest Crag. Perfect. All right. End phase, toggle on. In the draw phase, I'll go ahead and pop off the Dweller. We'll go Dweller, pop off the Dweller. We'll get rid of the XYZ Remora. Feels pretty good. Using the Space Mambo and the Royal Abyss Shark for our Stealth Kraken. Yeah. Oh. That's fine. That's okay. Stealth Kraken's effect. Please tell me it's not called by. Oh, it's interesting. Shark Cannon. That's fun. I guess we maybe should have pulled more than one Stealth Kraken. It's kind of all we need, though. Thoughts on in-archetype hand traps? Love them. I actually think I really do like in-archetype hand traps a lot. Go for spawn. Go for spawn. Yes. As a material, yeah. Let's attach you. And yes, let's attach Space Mambo. I love it, actually. I think that I like a lot of random hand traps that are pretty decent. Like heroes, for example, have a bunch of archetype hand traps technically, and then also things like Mercarier I think is neat. I like that a lot more than generic hand traps because it also means that you're getting an advantage from playing a certain deck, and I like that a lot more than just playing whatever. So what's going on, Fennel? How's it going? Hello. Space Mambo number 5. By the way, good that he didn't have Ray, or else this would have been much better. And unfortunate for Kagari. Sucks. That's okay, though. Go for Engage. He gets a lot of advantage here, but we can Zeus him, and we just do so much. We just do so much here. Our Stealth Kraken's awesome because it keeps him off of Kagari, or keeps him off of Shizuku in the end phase. So that's nice. Be all cozy. What's that? The Snek, the Danger Tsuchinoko blanket emoji from Coder, I think it is. Ah, Sky Striker Ace Ray. Interesting. Well. All right, take that. He knows, right? Like, he knows, right? He knows. He has to know. There's Ray. Feels good on Ray. Hello, Ray. Ray being an R is nuts, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that, but Ray being an R is crazy. Kagari going to 2. Good for Kagari. That makes this deck so much better grind game-wise, because it always needed to have a good grind game. Okay, the Dweller. That's fine. Unless they kaiju your Zeus. True. True. Big true. Big true. All right, set 1. I can assume what that is. But it's fine. Imperm. Neat. Neat. Okay. I think we just go nuts here, right? We can go for... we definitely can go for 2 and then pop the back row. That doesn't seem actually too terrible here, right? It forces that out, so whatever it is, if indeed it is what I think it might be, which is a Widow Anchor, then we're screwed. Did I see him search a Widow Anchor? No, he searched Ray, so probably a Widow Anchor, which is fine. Beetrooper Stinglancer is probably my favorite in-archetype hand trap. It's strong, not overly oppressive, and actually, yes, perfect. Unlike Pizza Hut. Pizza Butt. I kind of like... Can pizza... okay. I'm thinking you're meaning like Pizza Hut, like the pizza chain, and not Pizza Hut like Bistials. My mistake. My bad. That's funny. All right. Let's go for Nightmare Phoenix. Well, hold on. Okay, I can't actually do Abyss Shark if I do Nightmare Phoenix, which forces out the back row. I think that's fine. Let me go for Abyss Shark in hand. It'll definitely force out the back row. Max C? Okay. Well, we're not really summoning that much. It's kind of fine. I think that's okay. Maybe I should play 2 Dweller. Double Dweller would be broken. Absolutely broken. All right, that's fine. Let's go for Space Mambo. Feels pretty good. All right, I guess we normal summon that Space Mambo. Okay, he doesn't actually have a negation. That back row card is not a real negation. That's pretty crazy. Wait, how come I can't summon? Oh, can't summon any water monsters. God, I'm so silly. I'm so dumb. Absolutely dumb. Absolutely just gutted. Okay, that's fine. We'll go for Abyss Shark here and no. We have enough guys to attack, and go nuts, and then go for that in the second phase, I believe. Because this guy, whenever it's sent to the graveyard by battle, destroyed by battle. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's go battle phase. We'll go battle phase. We'll swing in with Space Mambo. He's gonna go for Ray. Ray is cool. Ray's neat. We'll go for Kraken. Go for a second Kagari, probably, if I had to guess. Oh, kinda. Weird. Gonna go target the Bahamut Shark? No. Goes for Kraken. Why? Why that one? Why that one indeed? Okay. The back row's gotta be something good. I guess we'll go for these two. Use our Mambo number 5. Or you, I'm Starboy. And then we'll set 1 card. Now, cool thing is, Cool thing is we get our Abyss. Oh, it's Cyclone. Ooh, that's kind of rough. We actually kind of needed that Imperm. That's fine. A Dweller's good though, because it Oh, I was gonna say it was gonna boost, but it doesn't. It's just an extra body. It's okay. We have huge monsters though. Like what are they gonna do? Neat. Actually a pretty decent back and forth game versus 2020's best deck. 2019's best deck. Neat. Yeah, Beat Trooper Sting Lancer is cool. I think in archetype hand traps like Mercarrier, Sting Lancer, technically speaking, even cards like Dystopia, not Dystopia. What's the ugly one that I don't like? The smelly one. Dynatag. Dynatag is an archetype hand trap, technically. Oh, and also, ooh. Well, here's the problem with Double or Nothing. I guess we just end our phase. Honest Neos is an archetype hand trap, which is funny because I think they're designing these cards around battle phase, right? For heroes. Again, we just need interruption, man. A hero card that discards itself to bounce. How about that? Sends it back to hand. I don't care with that. That one's cool. It could be a D hero. Destiny Hero Bouncer. Bouncing on my boy's D hero to this, you know? Reasoning. Oh, reasoning. Reasoning. 4. Would like to die? Reborn? Gem Knight? Block Dragon? Researcher. Oh, it's Adamantipator. Oh, we're getting OTK'd. That's fine. There's no good Imperm spot here, man. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. There's just not much we can do here. Okay. It's fine. We'll just go for Imperm. We'll go Imperm on the Researcher. It's not going to matter. I don't know. I want to see a hero card that's that on a quick effect specials itself, sets Mass Change from the deck, and lets you activate that sec Mass Chain this turn. Make it a dark as well for extra fun. What's the Chaos Hero, Contrast Hero order? Like MBT's Fakeamon card, the fake Yu-Gi-Oh card? That one I like a lot. I think that one's a really cool card. I like the concept, like the idea. I think it's sick. Link 3 for Block Dragon. Banger. Gem Knight Obsidian. Cool card. Oh, Neteria Beast. Okay, it's over. It's over. I see Neteria Beast. I'm like, dude, get out of here. Oh, Neteria stuff eventually coming out too. That one's cool. Ah, okay. Let's go again. This has been successful-ish. I think the Space Mambo has gotten a lot more use than maybe I'm giving it credit for. Because when I'm thinking about this deck, I'm like, I don't think Space Mambo. But I mean, it's working. It's kind of like it very much is like it's very much like when we played Frog the Jam in Paleo Frogs. It's kind of just the same. It's a good, useful piece of XYZ material. Kind of just shows you the interesting design of the XYZs is that a lot of times the non-specific nature of the XYZs is sometimes really good. Other times, really, really bad. Oh, I need to replace. Honestly, I need to replace Utopia and Utopia Double with 2 cards that are much better than this. Like almost all waters specifically. We'll go for Imperm here. We'll go for Big Perm. Cross out. Ah, fascinating. That's cool. That's cool. The one of feels gross. That's fine. This is fine. This is completely fine. All right, there's Imperm. Banishes Imperm. Negates the Imperm. Okay. Adds to his hand Branded Fusion. Kind of told me he didn't have Branded Fusion though by activating the crossout, so this Branded Fusion's got to go Crazy. Ash Blossom. Call by the Grave, he's an actual god. He's a legend if he has Call by the Grave too. Dog. Dog! You can't be serious. It's fine. It's fine. Completely fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can't get Ash though. That's the positive. Okay, whatever. Oh my god. There's no way, dude. Absolutely no way. Unreal, man. Unreal. Goes for Lubellion. Lubellion into Mirror Jade. Gets a card to hand. Sets the monster. Oh my gosh. Branded, I hate you so much. This card's at 2, by the way. I forgot Luber's at 2. And Brandon and Red's at 2. It's not good hits. Not effective hits at all. Man. That soup is satisfying, though. All right. Well, what can we do now? Can drink the rest of this protein shake. I felt like it looked good. Drink some water, and then go nuts. Oh, interesting. I guess he doesn't want to lose card advantage. I kind of get that. I kind of get that. Dragostapelia. That's fascinating. Okay. I guess he has the negation with the Dramaturge, and then also has the Dragostapelia. It's that's a pretty strong board. It's not bad. We'll see what we get. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, wow. What a hand. Okay, thank God. All right. Nice. All right, now we can go for... Ooh, interesting. XYZ monsters. Okay, so really that's not bad for us to go into, right? This is a non-on summon effect, though, right? Yeah. So we can go Lantern Shark. Lantern Shark effect on summon. Inshallah. Yeah, he's just getting out of the way, so he's not prompted for it. Completely understand. All right, that tells me something good. All right, this drama turd, this theater nerd's kind of obnoxious, but whatever. All right, Buzzsaw Shark. We can get here. We can summon out. We don't really get anything particular, right? Especially those that targets in defense position. Their effects are negated. They cannot attack. Or change the battle positions. No, that's this one. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go for Space Mambo. All right. Problem is this guy's kind of crazy. You can target one effect monster on the field, negate its effects until the end of the turn. If this card in your hand or field of fusion is sent to the graveyard or banished. Bahamut Shark is going to be bad. Stealth Kraken is kind of the best play here. I think that's the only thing that we can do that's not going to get like absolutely like turbo negated. And technically then we can take out a Luber as well. So we can kill the Stapelia. We can take the Dramaturge out. And then the next turn we can take out the next Dramaturge. We know the last card in hand is the last Aluber, which is kind of a problem. Because then you can start another Branded Fusion and go nuts. So, you know, there's that. No, he added the... Okay, so he must have had the second one. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I honestly think that Stealth Kraken is just kind of the way to go, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll go for Stealth Kraken. Yep. Target, quick effect on the Stealth Kraken. Big Stealth Kraken. We'll go and we'll destroy the Dragostapelia. It's pretty good. And then battle phase, we'll swing over the Aluber. And then go main phase 2. And then go for... Honestly, Zeus is not that bad here. Stealth Kraken, yo, boom. Yeah, what's... Skylar White meme. All right. We could go for Zeus. Zeus is pretty good. Zeus is pretty gnarly here. Alternatively, I could just sit on Stealth Kraken, pop what I need to, and if this card's destroyed, then it's fine. This is almost better though because I can clear now. But I'll wait. We'll go for end phase here. I have my Stealth Kraken, and also this doesn't actually negate its effects anyways. So now we're fine. We're be chilling. Let's see what we drew. One card in hand that we don't know, I'm pretty sure. Checking the logs, log check. Log check. Return, add to hand. Standby phase, main phase. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's I guess what. Yeah, I guess that's. Maybe that's what I'll. Yeah, maybe that's why I should have done for. Maybe that's why I should have. Yeah, maybe that's why I should have gone for Zeus. Zeus would have been good there. Zeus would have been really good. Yeah. Branded fusion. Yeah. And it activates his Dramaturge. Ah, it sucks. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, he goes for Albion. Oh, fascinating. He has to summon a water monster here, right? Not necessarily, no, because he can have the fusion monster in the graveyard. I guess we just go for Stealth Kraken. And we go Stealth Kraken, we pop his... Hard choice. Albion, it doesn't... We'll go for Dramaturge. Because he can still technically get rid of the branded. So it's fine. He's gonna return, he's gonna banish his Predaplant Dragostapelia and his Albaz for a Mirror Jade, though? Or nah. Oh. Okay. Still very fascinating. Can't read. Cannot read. Cannot read. Summon 2, Spawn. These cards kind of have cool looks to them, not gonna lie to you. Alright. Now what? That's very interesting. Because this guy doesn't even need anything particularly. Wow. Yeah, we just did that. Wow. Actual gold player, branded. Fascinating. Well, we can activate Stealth Kraken. I mean, he gets his Aluber back, but we just win this one, right? So destroy, branded. Burn, destroy. Very cool. Now he can technically get his Masquerade back, but he definitely gets his Luber back, which is pretty neat. Wow, Space Mambo is really putting in a lot of work here. This card is the reason why we're winning, for sure. Why are the Season 2 decks so much more competent? We have Mystical Elf with the Magistus cards. We have Space Mambo with an actual pretty decent rogue tier deck in the Sharks. It's pretty alright. Big Sharks. Shout out to Master Conquest, by the way. I think less high vanillas helps. Yeah, actually though, like actual utility-based vanillas that have decks around them. It's kind of neat. Masquerade. I mean, this is over, right? Yeah. Come on, it's fine. It's over. Oh, that's right. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, okay. Why are you not playing Brandon in red? Maybe no Chimera. That's just the way to go. Oh, Bashasar. You're crazy, bro. You're crazy, dog. Effect failure? What do you have in response to this? What do you have in response to this? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Stealth Kraken. Hop in Gamers. Okay. Change your attack. Don't need it, but Harper Cellar Duster. Out the way. See ya. And then finally, come on, I want to summon one more Space Mambo. Very cool. Well, pretty decent. Let's go one more. Let's see how one more fares. Honestly, pretty good. Not gonna lie to you guys. All right. Well, this deck does have a hard time going second though, so maybe it's not gonna be as good as we're expecting. Still though, one more, and I think we can call it that, right? And if you guys want to stay around for the drama, I'd recommend it. I think it's actually pretty high level in terms of what my feelings are on the topic. And maybe not the right time for me to get into it, but I kind of need to get my thoughts out there and my opinions out there because it is important, I think. Oh, I need to check out Double or Nothing too. Yeah. This card's not been very good. I'd rather think replace it for something else. This card and maybe like one white mirror with something. Okay, maybe it is true Sky Strikers though. That's pretty alright. Multi-roll feels bad. That's a banger card. This Call by the Grave's gonna be good on the Ray, but his Engage off the top. Ooh. I don't agree with that play. Maybe he's going for true defensive and he has everything that he needs, to be fair. But what he could have done there was go Mecha. If let's say he doesn't have anything to summon. Okay, he does. Okay. 7-colored fish I'd recommend. Honestly. I want more normal monsters. Okay, so here's the thing. He could have gone for multi-roll, send, engage. Because he searched the Widow. Whatever. It's fine. Send, engage, go for this, go for Kagari, go for something else. I don't know. If you had two more spell cards, maybe it's what I'm thinking of. All right, we know that's the Widow Anchor, and he's going to search something to his hand more than likely. It is another Widow Anchor. Okay, fascinating. Okay. He's gonna activate the Widow Anchor in the standby or in the end phase, and then get one back with the multi-roll. That way he gets the engage plus that. Nope, he didn't even engage for the banish. That's even more confusing. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Here's kind of a problem. We don't have any extenders outside of Lantern Shark, so I think we just go for Lantern Shark. It's not really an extender, but Buzzsaw Sharks are other only extender. If he Widow's Anchors here, then we're losing. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, big lose, big huge loss. More extenders would have been pretty nice. This double or nothing is burning a hole in our hand. Feels bad. In fact, I'm going to take that out because I've been meaning to do that for a while. So we take out the double or nothing. We add like one more extender. Honestly, another Silent Angler is pretty good. It's a decent little like level 4. What's the other one that's actually it's like the Reef Fish? Ghost Reef or something like that? Ghost Fish? Reef Ghost Fish? Seaweed, maybe? What's it called? Dead Reef Fish. Yeah, something like that. Dead. No. It Ghost Reef? No. Okay. All right. We'll do what we know. It's an effect monster. It's a fish or sea serpent card, and it's a level 4 water monster. We know that for sure. There's nothing. Nemo? True. Lifeless leaf fish. That sounds about right. Currently running Black Luster Soul with Gaia and Chaos. Ooh, no send help, send based. This guy, yeah. When this is summoned, you can send one fish from your deck to the graveyard, except for like fish bounce card from the graveyard, special a target one. This card I actually don't think is that good. We'll add another Silent Angler, that's fine. And then we'll take out Utopia and you for like another XYZ water monster. XYZ level 4 monster that is also water is big. Even if it's a junk one. It honestly could just be a junk one. This one's fine. Also fine. Oh. Gigaigeo, the legend? Snowdust Giant, interesting. Not bad. High King Caesar, Ragna Zero. Ooh, hey, what's up? Shark Drake. This is not bad. It's 3 level 4 monsters though. Oh, Silent Honor Arc. Oh, no. This card is good. How do I get this one again though? God, it's a UR. This honestly, Silent Honor Arc is legitimately like the way to go. It legitimately is just like the best card here to pick. But instead, I think I'm gonna go for Pen Transaction. It's not that good, but it's kind of just a junk water monster that's just kind of there. Maybe, and no. Dreadnought is better, right? Our Hope Woven is actually good. Oh. Why isn't this card good? This card's not bad. 2,600? I mean, it's an SR, but whatever. Boop, boop. Seems pretty alright. Round out the extra deck. Alright, let's make a run back with that. Alright. Unamas, and then if you guys want, we can get into the drama. If not, then I'm totally cool with that. Man of Culture as well has the totally awesome pet. Feels good. Ooh, decent hand. We have some extenders. Yeah, this is the Silent Sea Nettle is all right. Plus we have the White Mare. Well, don't mind if I do. All right, back for it. Wait. New dual pass? Wait a minute. Wait. Who's the mate? Oh, wait. Purple frame. I like this one a lot. And then also, Karibo. Ooh. Interesting. What do you do? Oh. Wait, where's Karibo? 75. Cool. Interesting. Neat. Okay. All right. It's a shop, first and foremost. I was like, wait a minute. The dual pass reset. Insta purchase. He flip. Insta purchase. Cool. All right. And we get some gems and stuff. Okay. Very nice. Might as well. Thank you very much. Okay. Back to business. Karibo, though. Good pet. Karibo. My trusted monster. I activate multiply. That's right, Kaiba. You may hit one Karibo, but which one are you hitting? There we go. Lantern Shark. Shark. Oh, okay. That's I see that. Sure, why not? If it's Max C, it's Max C. Nope. Alright, Silent Angler. Decent. Stealth Kraken's pretty good. Otherwise, we could just go straight Bahamut Shark into Detach, and for White Mirror, it seems pretty alright. Yeah, I don't mind that. Big Bahamut. Better than that creepy Marshmallow. Marshmallow is deceptive. We'll say that. Silent Angler. Yeah, we'll detach that one. That one's a go to detach. And go for Toad. Big Toad. Wait, 0 defense. That sucks. Wait a minute. That's okay. All right. 55 card deck, though. We are waiting for grass. Unfortunate. Toad in defense position is kind of sus, but it's okay. It's decent. Because at least it'll force him out of his battle phase, which is okay. Plus, we get an extra card back to our extra deck, so it means Toy Awesome gets to come back. And or we just add Silent Angler back. But then again, if we go for... If we go for White Mirror here. Oh, okay. I like this. 2-set pass. Oh no, what is this? Eater of Millions. Actual a million. Battle phase, okay. Attacking the dude, activate the effect of Eater of Millions. I Toad this. Send to the graveyard, the Toad. Resolves. The gate. I activate the effect of Toad. I return the Toad. And now, end phase. Okay, I can deal. I can hang. Big draw. Ooh, Exo Mora. Actually pretty good here. Actually very good here. All right. Well, first things first we're going to do is we're going to change to attack position. We're going to activate the effect of Bahamut Shark. Detach the Lantern Shark. Try to bait out maybe a warning. Oh, that sucks. Actually sucks. That's fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly okay, I think. We'll go for White Mare. We'll target the Lantern Shark. Call by the Grave? Ash Blossom. Oh, that sucks. That does suck. Alright. Because it also activates the what you can Ash Blossom the mirror. Because it adds. Because it then adds. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's okay. Alright. Maybe we just auto fire the Max C here and we just pray. Probably not good for card advantage wise, but you know, it's alright. Okay, what the heck? Face-up attack position monsters on the field cannot activate their effects. This defense position card cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Is this just boneless stun? Oh my god. All right. Or are we really going to do this? You're really gonna make me do it? Battle phase. Get him out of here. Actual hammerhead beatdown? That's fine. All right, set. Pass. Where were you a turn ago, old man? All right. Let's see. Probably can turn this to auto now. Nice. Nice, this is working out. Luckily, we have a lot of level 4s. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We know that he doesn't actually have like a solemn judgment. He could have a strike, and that would hurt a lot. But that's kind of okay with this, right? We could go for Miss Starboy. Miss Starboy's kind of interesting. Returns a card from our graveyard to hand. That's probably fine. Let's go for Kragan. The Crag. Big battle phase on the Crag. 19. Only, 300 more damage than what we were doing, but still not nothing. This is the exciting fish gameplay that I was promised, actually. All right. All right. Two more turns. We have a 2-turn clock. Technically. Unless. Normal summon? Could be an imperm. Battle phase? Not a magic cylinder. I don't know why that one is coming to mind. And we unphase. All right. All right. We're back. Oof, can you believe it? Probably an imperm if I had to guess, which is fine. Stealth and Kraken's kind of crazy, actually. That's fine. Probably activate the imperm here. On the Stealth Kraken. That way he can actually get this Lord of Heavenly Prison. And then... Oh, okay. That's cool. Interesting. Just literally not even on time. Battle phase. Game? Oh. Psychic Blade. I guess he summons then the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. That's fine. Doesn't really do much for him here because of Ash Blossom, but that's okay. My Duel Links card, I know what I'm saying. This is fine. Right? Like now we can activate Harpy's Feather Duster on his back row and still win, plus Stealth Kraken destroy Lord, plus clear with Ash Blossom, worst case scenario. Pot of Desires, that's chill. Cool deck. What an interesting game. And some free stuff out of it too. Feels good. All right, well, this was Space Mambo Turbo as much as it could be. I'm sad we didn't get to show off Moray of Greed, but maybe not even necessary in this deck, honestly. Space Mambo actually played quite a good part. Enough Buzzsaw Shark summons. Technically, we can use it with White Mirror and everything, which is pretty good. Some people mentioned doing something like Painful Decision, which I think would have been actually really good, especially comboing off with White Mirror. You could Painful Decision, discard, add Space Mambo, go with White Mirror, and then get Space Mambo, which I think is pretty neat. Rescue Rabbit is actually kind of weak in this deck because... I mean, yeah, it's a 1-card Bahamut or it's a 1-card Stealth Kraken, but like if this is the only card that you have to activate versus like more extenders, you could probably get rid of it. This is one of the first times where I think in the Wheel Normal Monsters, Unexpected Die is like crazy. But Rescue Rabbit isn't that crazy versus Space Mambo. Not quite sure why. Once again, too, you could probably play with Great White instead of Space Mambo, but Space Mambo is bigger and better. Space Mambo. Big Mambo number 5 energy. I'm saying. Nice fishy deck. Let's by the way, Depressed Corn, hello, by the way. I didn't say hi whenever you jumped in the chat earlier. Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. One final hurrah for Toad. I'm sane. This 07s for Toad. Actually upsetting that you were gone. You are one of my favorite cards. I have you in secret rare. You are super cool. You're one of the reasons why I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! With totally awesome heroes, and I'm glad that we were able to play a deck that can utilize you on the Wheel Normal Monsters. Thank you for your service. Absolutely insane. This deck's really cool. I actually think this deck's pretty neat. Very expensive in the extra deck, but in the main deck is like practically all just rares and normals. So really, if you have the extra deck staples or you have enough gems to build the extra deck, I mean, the Best Sharks really maybe 1 or 2 of, and it's okay. But man, this worked out pretty good. Very similar to Frog the Jam inside of our other Wheel Normal Monsters in the first volume. Space Mambo was sick. Never upset to see it. And I think we summoned it quite a bit of times, so nice. Very cool. Let's check and see what we have on the wheel showing up next. But me and my brother, when we were in Arc V, hunted for this guy. Farewell to you, silly frog. I just can't believe that they had the frog mate, and they just didn't have the frog. They got rid of the frog. Absolutely. So let's check on the wheel. The wheel of Normal Monsters. That's right. So, what's left on the Wheel Normal Monsters after Space Mambo? We actually can get rid of this guy. Is see ya. Bye-bye. So what's left on the Wheel Normal Monsters after Space Mambo is we have World Chalice, we have Red Eyes Black Dragon, the potential. We have Moki Moki, hopefully the new support comes out before this card actually gets a spin. And then we have the first triplet of Magnet Warriors. So down to the last 4, pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. Previously we spun Mystical Elf for Magistus and Space Mambo number 5 for this guy here. So this is good. I have less complaint. I'm looking forward to all these decks, actually. These decks are really cool, and hopefully some more stuff. Yeah. This is crazy. Had a lot of fun with this one. Ooh, that was fun. That was good. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I'm around 20 episodes into Arc V, and the fact that Yuya still hasn't gone monkey board into Joker Pen Sork. Actual scrub quotes for Yuya. It's crazy. World Chalice will be more difficult than Union Carrier Band. It will be bad. I think the general combo World Chalice will still be fine, especially in a gold or even platinum level. I think it's gonna be pretty okay. We might have to check if we have Saryujas, and also we will definitely have to utilize and figure out how to utilize the agents for the Shine Ball combo. That'd be pretty big. But yeah. Funny things, back in the day, it was a common complaint. Yuya was the worst pen player. He's actually one of the worst, which is funny. I need to watch Arc V. I'm gonna be honest. I watched a little bit of Zexal, but like everyone, I think you watch Zexal and you're like, I watched a little bit of it, and then you stop watching. I need to watch Vrains. I need to watch Arc V. I need to finish Zexal. Maybe not finish Vrains. Arc V maybe not Zexal. I've heard Vrains and Arc V are legitimately good, but I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. So now we've come to the stage of the night where I want to pose the question. But we might save it for later. But if you guys want to talk about the drama with Yu-Gi-Oh! Clip channels and why particularly I'm like not for them, and again, negative opinions overall. It actually might get a little harsh, but ultimately speaking, I think there's good information. I don't know if it's worth it for me to discuss or if it's like there for me, but I definitely have an inkling. But if you guys are willing to hear, then I'm super down to talk about it, because I do think it's important. The biggest things to note about it is that I'm not trying to particularly blame or call out anyone except for one person. And it's pretty apparent who I'm talking about in terms of the clip channels. I'll clarify too that right now, first and foremost, that Stevie Blunder will contain a lot of bandwidth in this conversation, because I do think that he is kind of the person that did make it a little more problematic versus others that were doing similar types of content. Since then, Stevie has migrated his channel over to completely original content, and that's great. So, and it's actually pretty decent. It's pretty good content. It's not a whole lot to talk about other than it's like it's good. It's nice. It's decent. Don't know the drama at all. So it's not really drama. This is. I'm kind of conflicted on calling it true drama, because honestly, the thing that it is particularly is like last year's issues. It's like last year's or 2 years ago issues now. The biggest thing that I want to get across about it is that like it is drawing up and bringing up old stuff, which I hate to do. I do hate to do, and I'm gonna do it though. Like, I hate to do it, but it's gonna do it, you know. And it falls in line to what I think is a gray area in terms of copyright, in terms of DMCA, in terms of content ownership, in terms of approvals, in terms of community. I think it's a very gray area that I personally don't like. The drama is that there is a channel out there. There's one particular clip channel right now that I find the most issue with. And it has very similar feelings to when it was a problem with another similar clip channel. I did have this prepared because I do have a lot to talk about with. Let me actually get one more thing on the screen, and then we'll and then I'll explain. Nope, hey, that's you guys. Where's paint? There we go. Boop. Ta-da. We'll get into this here in a moment. Boop, 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 boop. Hello. We'll get into that one in a moment. So the thing I'm going to be talking about today specifically is kind of rough. So you guys know that on YouTube there are Yu-Gi-Oh! Clip channels. If you watch any Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamer and you also participate in Yu-Gi-Oh! Content online, more than likely what has come across your plate is 3 main clip channels. The first being Yodalocked, a compilation clip and meme channel that edits a lot and does a lot of funny little jokes and little in things. I think it's one of the best clip channels. We also have Stevie Blunder, a reformed clip channel. This person, I want to say, is responsible, I think, for what I'm going to talk about today, particularly some of the issues with that came up whenever Stevie was a clip channel in himself, and also some things that he did right, and the things that there are and the things that moving forward, I think these channels should do and or should not do. I hate to say that Stevie Blunder is actually like the poster child for this, because he, again, has made original content and has been making original content for a while now. It's been so long since he's actually had to make clips or made clips. And the videos that he posts do really well, whether it be from drama or just from discussions or just clips and stuff. Again, I don't really have a problem with Blunder. I think that the content is fine, and some of it pretty good. The history of series, whether it be just a complete ripoff of False Swipe Gaming's YouTube ethos, is fine. It's good. I think it's well produced and well edited and well shot and well scripted, and then everything else is just normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Affair, not anything crazy to note or anything. But the defenses that Stevie used back in the day, whenever he was posting clips and a predominantly bigger clip channel, is still kind of the reason why we have what I think is really problematic. Progressies. So I am hesitant to talk about progressies for a few reasons. The first is that ultimately speaking, it's like kind of harmless. It's not as harmless as it like I think people think, but it is pretty scummy and pretty shady in my opinion. Regardless if MBT has come out and said that he's like, listen, if I'm not using it for it and I haven't given expressed opinions and expressed permission to use it, then yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. I'm not going to use these clips. Like, who cares? I think that's, unfortunately, I disagree with that stance. And I know it's like telling a man how to run his content, but honestly, I think as a community level, it's a really weird precedent, and I don't actually really like think it's good or appreciate it. Especially whenever he has his own MBT clips and also allows Vlad, Hypnocorn, to previously Farfa and Friends, have a MBT and Friends clip channel and stream VOD channel. Again, it's kind of a difference. So let's talk about it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Progressies or MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Progressies is a unofficial, non-affiliated reaction clip compilation streamer shenanigans uploader guy. You can see he has a few other takes like Gage and Nesh like reacting to things, Pack in the fray too. I think he has a Crush Cards video somewhere down here, but it's predominantly MBT. And this is not a surprise. Back in the day, whenever you had Stevie Blunder doing this too, he predominantly took clips from Farfa and MBT. And by took, I mean legitimately stole. These clips were recorded just like you log into OBS, you click record, and you download. Alternatively, Stevie actually had a bot that would do the clips for him. Progressies, I'm not quite sure exactly how they do it, but literally all these videos are just like the hour-long, unedited compilations, maybe edited whenever MBT plays ads and then goes away and comes back. But like that's like one edit you have to do in the entirety of the video. It's super, super obnoxious. It's actually crazy. But yeah, what's going on, Carnair MVs, by the way? Thoughts on the MD leaks? I think I'm ready for Pote, frankly. Yeah, no, they're not just an MBT clip channel. This is not a side channel. This is a non-affiliated channel. It's MBT approved, which by that, I believe they're referring to the time that MBT said that, look, it's fine if you want to use these clips, etc., etc. But and also, to be fair, progressies at times will not upload if it said that, okay, Vlad's gonna get this one, right? But and that is, from what I understand, potentially the case. I'm not exactly sure. Just want to preface that and put that out there. However, I think in the first place it shouldn't have to be said. I think that by official means first and only, that it should be okay. And before the argument comes out that says like, well, clip channels exist for other streams and other types of niches and other types of online video games, what's the difference? The difference is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a small online community that this is clearly predatory as it's targeting two, if not more, of the bigger, large streamers, and not something like Yada-Locked, which is a edited meme fest or compilation of clips in themselves from not only the larger streamers, but other streamers as well, along with his own clips. That's also the big thing. Quantal Think, even as a somewhat problematic case, and obviously steals clips and stole clips from Farfa and MBT, has stopped uploading. But at the same time, these are like 1 minute clips that are just kind of like, kind of there. It's different when you have 1 minute clips like this, where we all know these things don't really make that much money. They don't make that many views. YouTube is very stingy when it comes to short form content, unless they're shorts. However, inside of fully monetized hour-long videos that are just stream VOD, re-uploads of stream VODs, it's much different. The amount of money that's put into this is and given and paid out to this is a lot. And the amount of subscribers, 1.1K, is insane. Even Stevie retained a lot of his initial subscriber base after he stopped uploading clips, which I have my complex feelings about. Meaning that I think that the way that these clip channels position themselves inside the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, including Stevie, and I still kind of have sour feelings about this, is that they present themselves as one of the boys, just one of these dudes, just pulling the yoinky sploinky and just uploading content that people want to see, right? It's free advertising. It's free management for clips and clips channels and content. That's not true. Absolutely not true. It's not free advertisement. Advertising to who? It's also not free management because you're getting paid. It's stealing the money and the views that otherwise would get there. It's true. How much views and how much stuff? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, they're leeching cash. It's not even just leeching cash. It's leeching in general from unofficially, and that sucks. And it's positioned as this like rogue cowboy status, where like, you know, you're one of these crazy I work by my own rules bad boys that like is part of the clip industrial complex, which is bullshit. That doesn't exist. I'm sorry, that does not exist, especially for Yu-Gi-Oh. For other big streamers and other like esports and Valorant, Overwatch, and other video games, chess even, Melee, the thing is that it's much different because the audience is much wider. The overall niche is much bigger. And so like the same people who are going to watching these videos, it's the kind of the same people that are going to be looking up MBT streams or part of these other shared niches, right? I don't know. And that's kind of a complex thing to explain. And I'll try my best here in a moment to clarify on that. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's not the same for other communities. Other communities that have clip channels and like Valorant Hub and Valorant Central that are just essentially upload the same type of thing where they upload entire matches or like Shroud's reaction to or Hiko's reaction to, right? These kind of things are not equivalent. And it is important to differentiate between the two. And I think the reason why is numbers. The reason why is kind of smaller numbers. And on top of that, those clip channels most oftentimes aren't trying to position themselves as influencers and trying to position themselves as influence or influential figures inside of the community and the spaces. Most oftentimes they're not trying to do that. And this is, I guess, my sour spot with like how Stevie used to do it. I think his current progression and arc, as he likes to call it, is fine. It's good. Original content. That's awesome. A lot of stuff is high quality too, you know? Like, sure, did he retain the subscribers, the boost, and also the fan base for his current views? Yeah, and it feels bad. It feels bad for smaller creators, a la Bias, like myself, who has been trying and doing this for years. And ultimately, if all I had to do was upload clips of MBT saying Bussy and Gage going, "I'm sick, bro," and that's all I had to do, and then do a heel turn and say, "JK, I'm a good guy now," that sucks. It devalues the effort and time that I think a lot of smaller creators actually put into doing what they like. So I kind of have a problem with it. And again, bias, and definitely bias, and maybe a little salty. But even more so, I hate the justifications. I hate the justifications used by Stevie back in the day when he did his apology. I don't even want to hear what Progressi's got to say about it. Like, the point is that these channels, ultimately speaking, try to leverage their clout of stealing these clips and posting them online unofficially and typically without permission, and then try to reposition and leverage that by saying that they're community members and that they're influencers in the space. And that feels wrong. All right, this kind of big. But to me, at least, right? Like, big creators now are a bit too, how can I say, maybe too memey. I don't really think that's true. Like, honestly, I think that, like, okay, so for example, MBT has an official clip channel, right? I think that his clip channel is insane. It's actually really good, and it's definitely the best way of going about it. Like, his biggest thing is like, this can't be a real quote from a game. It's like, I assure you, it's quite based, right? And then the rest of it's just funny. It's just kind of regular clips. This is one that kind of reaches a wider audience and he can leverage this clip and other clips similarly to promote his Twitch and his YouTube channel. In addition, he kind of can upload random longer form content and stuff. This is also run by Vlad and by authorized cases. And these longer form progression reactions that MBT has said he's not going to use, he gives clearance to Vlad to use. And so that to me is fine. It's the unauthorized use of it, and also the assumption that you're part of the community if you do this thing is whack to me. Even Stevie, despite the fact that his videos have like definitely grown, and he's definitely shown character growth in terms of his videos and his things. Now, the drama is kind of interesting, but ultimately speaking, he took off the clips, which is a big step. Did it take too long for him to do so? I think that's true, but he did it, and he successfully did it. And it feels kind of bad. Like, frankly, it doesn't feel right. And I know it's frustrating, and it kind of sucks. And so my fear is that I think people are giving progressives a little bit too easy of a time. I think that this is not the way to do it. And I don't see this channel as like a part of the community. I think that it frankly is like more harmful than good. It sucks. As someone who subbed to Distant Coder, it was really bad when Stevie posted the video when Coder tried to test it and never saw Coder's video because Stevie came out. True. It looks like he falls under fair use, but it's still scummy. Yes, yeah, it's definitely just complete, well, not necessarily fair use. It can get DMCA'd and striked as content still, but it can be under fair use if it's something like edited like Yadalock. Like I said, you can, like Yadalock took clips for a while and composed them together, made highlight clips and stuff and memes and edits, and this is definitely the way to do it. Quantal think, even though, again, I think I have less of a problem when it's shorter form content. And even like MBT's Clips channel are the way to go. But yeah, longer form content like this is just straight up ripping the stream VODs, which, by the way, MBT has an official stream VOD channel, MBTV. Isn't that nuts? So I don't know. But yeah, the that's right. I was actually in that stream, by the way, when Distant Coder talked about the Stevie drama a while back, where Stevie Blunder, if you guys do not know, uploaded clips from Distant Coder without permission, and Distant Coder also said explicitly, like, do not use my clips, and he disregarded that and tried to push the boundaries of how far that was able to go. And I thought that was really scummy. He since apologized, since removed the video, and since then it's like that's really what sparked the conversation, right? Yeah, like actually made me not look at the Coder video because I thought thought it was uploaded twice. It actually directly hurt the video. That's another part, is that like most people are gonna watch MBT react or his stream. They probably might not watch Saga after watching the stream. Why not? This thing is 30,000 views, about a third of the views taken away from potentially just the original episode, or even frankly, just from MBT, right? I'm not trying to like dick ride. I'm not trying to like go to bat for these guys, right? But at the same time, I think that it's like this guy is redirecting his actual Twitter and his stuff right next to MBT. Like it's like, oh, go like this. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. It's crazy. It just feels bad. It really does. And I think at the end of the day, we have to kind of talk about like, why are they doing this, right? Like, why is Progressives doing it? And I will talk about briefly what Stevie said about his feelings and why he decided to do the Clips channel stuff, why he involved himself in, as his words for it, the industrial clip complex for Yu-Gi-Oh! And to further illustrate kind of my problems with it, I believe the VOD is deleted from both Stevie and from Farfa at this point, but it was about a year ago now, maybe a little bit over that, where Stevie talked in an apology video after doing so. And he didn't take down the clips after he apologized. All of his other clips were still running, still getting monetization, and he just like let it go. But he apologized for the Coder response. So Farfa reacted, and that's how I saw it, was via Farfa VOD. And once again, not to drag Stevie, not to drag too much of it, by the way, because again, once again, I think that his actual content is quite good. Actually quite good. It's normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and there's that. But again, sour taste in my mouth from Stevie's past. But the justifications at the time that Stevie mentioned for stealing, yoinking, and spoinking these clips were as follows: free advertisement, management of a channel or otherwise entity that these streamers were not going to use, and then also offering to leverage that against the streamers and content creators as services, right? Like those were three big things that stuck out to me in terms of why that he used it. The fourth one was that it was like he used it to supplement his income, which I'm like, okay, fat shit. That sucks if it is. That sucks that it's the income. But who cares? It's not your stuff. The second one's really easy. If and Farfa made this example on the stream, if you go and just knock on someone's house saying, hey, can I use your bathroom? You can't get mad when they tell you no. And they're like, well, you're not using it is not a good example. It's not yours, right? That's easy peasy. The third one, we'll talk about the third one here in a second. The first one being that it's off. No, that's the first one. The third one being that it's offering a service or a management system is like, it's like blackmail, right? You're saying to yourself, I have these clips ransom, and then I'm going to offer my services as an editor to you, and you can pay me. I stole your stuff. I can do a service for you, and then you can pay me after that. That's weird. It's just really weird. And Progressive is not necessarily doing that. So, and he hasn't necessarily made it known that he's doing that either, right there, right? But that's the crazy part to me. That's the absolutely crazy part, is that like those things don't necessarily apply. So what's the last one that we have? If I'm going off of, let's say, Stevie Blunder's model and that's advertising. That's free advertisement and service. And I don't think that's true. Let me do a breakdown for you of something like, I think this is a gross misunderstanding of how marketing actually works. Like anyone who tells you that this is for marketing purposes and gets them to a wider audience is so delusional that it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, I stole stuff. I'm an editor and didn't edit them, but you can still hire me as your editor. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. I think the same. Just people want to see the funny reaction moments, and then they get spoiled and might not bother to watch the real VOD. Exactly. So again, this goes into some marketing jargon and stuff, so it might be a little bit technical, but please follow me on this. If these clip channels, these unauthorized clip channels, are telling themselves that this is a marketing ploy, that they are trying to find a wider audience niche and bring them advertising to MBT, you are delusional. And let me explain. With the easiest thing that I can use to explain this, literally child's play, Microsoft Paint. Yay! Yay, everyone! Yay, Paint. All right, I made this really quick, very, very brief, not very like space accurate, but it's an easy way to visualize and think about why it's wrong that this is not free advertising. In fact, it's just view stealing. Okay, so we'll look at this real quick. On the larger circle, and I broke it down on the side so you can see it, we have the internet as a whole. Every single person that's ever on the internet, and this is growing by the day. Absolutely growing by the day. It is an astronomical number. New users are going online every second. Every second. They're waking up, they're getting new phones, they're becoming of age to get social media accounts. Huge. Absolutely huge. It's the biggest niche and potentially worldwide glow. Everyone's online. And if you're not, you're the weirdo. But everyone's online. Now, technically card games is a niche of like board games, but it's not necessarily super important for the scope. It's just kind of a subsect if you want to really call it that. There's another intersection here between all of these three. But there's three main sub niches that Yu-Gi-Oh! Falls into online. It's the internet. Smaller, you have gaming, anime, and card games. All three of these things have some intersection between the three. In fact, most of you guys might like Smash Brothers. You might like video games. A lot of video game specific niches inside of gaming have overlap with Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, right? Like anime, where some people like anime but don't necessarily game, or card games. All these three things kind of go in with each other and overlap and intersect to have where Yu-Gi-Oh! Sits, which is right in the middle. It's the purple square. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! So the biggest niche is the internet. After that, it's gaming, anime, and card games intersect to where Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. And so here's the thing. Right under that is Yu-Gi-Oh content. A sub-niche of the Yu-Gi-Oh niche is Yu-Gi-Oh content. Some people who like Yu-Gi-Oh, the anime or otherwise, don't really participate in Yu-Gi-Oh content. They don't watch other Yu-Gi-Oh videos. They might see some Yu-Gi-Oh videos, but don't really like actively participate inside of Yu-Gi-Oh community stuff. Like they don't look at YouTube VODs or find creators. And if you do, that's fine. But like Yu-Gi-Oh content is still not necessarily congruent with the Yu-Gi-Oh niche. It's not really true. Yo, what's going on, Nick? How's it going? What's happening? We are talking about my problems with clip channels and why I think that specifically this graphic is explaining why I think that people who use the justification that clip channels and unauthorized clip channels are is free marketing and advertising to a wider audience is delusional, frankly. Anime watchers and the card game players sometimes don't correlate at times. Exactly. Actually, exactly. That's why it's a subsect and why it kind of overlaps, but it's not quite congruent. But yeah. Also, the full discourse, if it's going to be turned into a video, not a personal attack towards CV or whatever. He does current events. He apologized. Stop doing it. Yeah, exactly. I've kind of been saying it throughout this discussion, but I do want to very much clarify that a lot of this isn't really aimed at Stevie, but the problem is Stevie is like the cause of this. And I've had a lot of this in my mind for a lot of those reasons. And it's kind of crazy, right? Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything was primarily anime, but he's trying to be more card game. Sort of, yeah, kind of, right? Like, again, there is definitely overlap between the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG as a whole, and Yu-Gi-Oh! But Yu-Gi-Oh! Content kind of focuses around, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but you can, like, anime content, too. Like, it's kind of difficult to say. But ultimately speaking, yes, it's not the same. It's not congruent to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not one-to-one. Inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, we have a smaller, darker red circle, or mahogany, and that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers. Hello. Hi, everyone. It's your boy, Swolelax, and people like Farfa, Distant Coder, DZeef, Nimnim, Head-to-Head Battles, RJ, even Simo, whenever he streamed Master Duel for like 2 days. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers is also not congruent to Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. It's similar, but some people do just watch the streams, and some people do just watch the videos but don't participate or watch in the streams. That's very fair. And that happens. Again, the smallest of sub-niches. And then there's underneath all that red circle right there is MBT. Now, Mono Bluetron, Joseph Rothschild, MBT, I really like. I think he's great. But he's also not necessarily congruent or one-to-one with the entirety of the sub-niche of Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers. He's definitely one of the biggest. He's one of the big three. Coder, Farfa, and MBT. The big three Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers. But he's like not all the views. Some people just watch Cali Effect. Some people just watch me. Hi, how's it going? And so it's not necessarily that he's big, and again, this is not necessarily to scale, but you know, he's still a sub-niche of Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers, which is a sub-niche of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, which is a sub-niche of Yu-Gi-Oh!, etc., etc. And underneath that, even smaller than MBT stream, is people who watch the reaction of MBT reacting to, you know, anything from Saga to memes to card releases. People who watch his streams and react to stuff, but don't watch the stream, right? Like it's interesting. So to break it down even further, the largest niche of the internet, and then gaming, and then card games, and then Yu-Gi-Oh!, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and then streamers, and then MBT, and then the smallest circle is people who watch the reaction. Because some people don't tune into the reaction. They don't want to watch the reaction. They rather watch the original video. Some people skip that part. There's different taste and different strokes for everything, right? But this is the thing, is that is the target audience for these types of videos. The videos from Progressies and previously from Stevie, these like VOD, unedited VODs that are just like the reactions and the card readings and these things. Even so much so, by the way, and this is how I know he puts effort into this, he has shorts. He has 2 shorts from MBT. These things are not easy to do. They have to be 1 minute long, have to be vertical. He has to format those things to where they fit like that. Like this, by the way, if it was just MBT shorts, I'd actually be okay with that. This takes actual effort and is something that I'm like, okay, this kind of works. And shorts do reach the wider audience, but these do not. These absolutely do not. So, like I'm saying, the people who are on the internet are not going to participate always in these niches, and those niches aren't going to participate in the sub niches. So you're throwing a rock into a small puddle and expecting that puddle is going to splash out into the rest of the things, and that's just not really going to happen. There is a finite level of views and retention that a sub niche holds, particularly Yu-Gi-Oh! The smallest subsection that this is advertising to that would be enticing for someone to watch is someone who knows who MBT is, who doesn't watch the streams, maybe they do, maybe they don't, and also someone who'd be interested in seeing him react to the video. If it's MBT or Farfa reacts to Progression Series falls under Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, not even just Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Farfa falls into Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers, not just Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. And then the reaction falls under the streaming. And then the actual, you know what I'm saying? So someone who is seeking out or would like to watch the reaction of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamer about a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing is so small that is not advertisement. That is not trying to reach a wider base. And if you think that, you're mental. You're absolutely losing it. I cannot you're out of your dome. That's crazy. Like, you're telling me that the person random guy who's like maybe into gaming, that's like the largest niche subsect, is like, I don't really, I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! From back in the day. Who's this MBT guy? What's this Progression Series? I'm gonna click this reaction. No, that's absurd. Absolutely absurd. I don't know. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Content community is fairly small, and even then it has subsections of what types of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Exactly. It's the niches. It's the sub-niches. I fill a sub-niche. Hero players and Neos guys. The cultured. The absolute cultured. The based, if you will. So this is just like basic marketing 101. Like, you don't even have to like go to school for this, or like you don't even have to watch like any random videos. You don't have to read books like this. You just kind of like think about it logically. This is the subsect of Yu-Gi-Oh! People that he's actually trying to put in. Is that like everyone, even inside the niche of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has their own subsect of content, right? Like there's a subsection of Yu-Gi-Oh! Content just for LARPing. Yes, for like RP. And that might have nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers or the greater industrial clip complex. It's very important to make these distinctions. So once again, I'm bringing this up because it is kind of a remnant of Stevie Blunder. Once again, I think that Stevie leaves a sour taste in my mouth because of how he used and leveraged his clout from stealing clips unauthorized to gain clout and leverage to position himself as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creator and personality. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It really does. It kind of sucks. And I hate that we have to use him in this discussion because I think that he's done a lot in terms of rebranding himself and making it worth it. And it's very clear that he wants to do content creation and streaming and a positive change in the community. Definitely being someone who advocates for minorities inside the space, and someone who is involved with VTubers and other subsects of the niche. This is something that I think I can actually respect Stevie's position on. But his previous position, I do not respect. And I still have like a somewhat of bias against Blunder because of how he got here. Now that he is here, though, I'm glad that he's using his influence and not misusing his influence, But Progressies, I think, is just the Hydra. You cut the head of the snake and two more grow back, right? MBT has clips. He has official and paid like MBT and friends. This is Vlad. And it's someone who manages this stuff. Yadalocked is the great example of using these clips and making memes and being a part of the community because they understand the community. When I look at progressives, I don't see someone that is part of the community. I see someone that misunderstands the community. I see someone that is actively like angry at the community for not like, I think that's true. Actively taking advantage, actively taking advantage of the community. That's what I see from this. And what I did see from Stevie. Once again, Stevie's changed. I don't see that happening for progressives. And I actually think I would be even more pissed if progressives like heel turn was like, I'm a good guy now. I'm like, dude, there's no way, bro. Quantal Think has stopped uploading. And I think, again, short form clips and stuff like this is easily less like offensible. But Yadalocked really is like the perfect example of the clip channel. Edited, funny, gets it, part of the community. Like, it makes original content as well. Great. Deserves every single subscriber. Stevie Blunder, repurposed and rebranded into discussions, drama, like video essays. Pretty good. Streamer, right? Vlad manages the clips. Progressives is just harmful. And the justifications for him actually stealing content from these creators is insane. And is a misunderstanding of marketing, a misunderstanding of the community, and takes advantage of the community and exploits it. Now, I'm not okay with that. That sucks. It really sucks. So that's it. Yeah, the trick is to put the trendy TikTok song in the clips and videos. True. This would be a good time to plug my TikTok, right? If I go to tiktok.com/Swolelax, this would be a good time to plug the TikTok, right? The TikTok where I post various hero highlights, classic elements or hero decks, still more stuff on the line. I don't really use this thing often, but you know, if you're there and if you're here, this one actually is an original OTK you guys might not have seen. It was pretty good. It uses the theme chronicle deck, which is fun. But anyways, yeah, not to get too technical on it, I guess, but just take a screenshot of this right here if you're ever curious to know how many views and how little we actually are in this big pond that we call the internet. Super small. Super small. So, yeah, do better. Thank you for this resource. No problem. I'm here to help. I'm here to help, actually. That's actually what I'm here to do. Lot to get off my chest. To be fair. God dang it. If this is what I think it is, if this is actually what I think it is. Yeah, it is. God dang it. Actually my goat. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hearing me rant on this. I think it was I think it was great. Fight Stick Fridays is delayed. I wanted to wait till we revealed this, but I might be into fighting games sometime soon. My Fight Stick's coming in, and we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. Sorry, this got a little bit too heated, and I gotta take a shower. Actually, I was super hot and heavy after that. But I do really appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around for this. I know it was kind of a long discussion that definitely probably should have happened before, maybe during the early parts of the stream. That way we end more on a high note. But the wheeled normal monsters are super fun. I'm hoping to spin Moki Moki next time, and hopefully new support comes out too. You know what I'm saying? But this was, I think I had a lot of fun on tonight's stream. The breakdown of the tournament that we won today was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do more, even just more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I do have a lot of hope for this community and its future. So, what game do you play? So, Street Fighter predominantly is what I'm going to get into, because Street Fighter 6 is coming out, and I promised my friends that I'm going to put in at least 1,000 hours into the game. And because I have 1,000 hours in Valorant, feels great. So, when Street Fighter 6 drops, I will be trying to actively compete in the game and trying to actually be good at it. Right now, I am like so shaky on sticks. The last time that I played with the fight stick, I was playing Skullgirls, and I got pretty good at basic B&B combos with Philia specifically, but I never actually sat down and like actually played the game. Biggest reason for that is because I didn't really know how to learn. This is important for any type of skill or any type of like how to actually improve or get better on something. But the thing, if you're trying to learn a new skill, if you're trying to like learn a new language, if you're trying to like get better at a game, faster typing, you know, all these things, right? You have to learn how to learn first. How do you best learn? How you can take information? How can you retain that information? And then what you need to do, the steps going forward to actually retain those skills. And it's for me back in the day, and despite my friends' best efforts, I was not a gamer because and it's sad to say, I just like couldn't get the concepts that I was handed. Like I tried for like 6 hours to try to do a basic like low forward fireball. Yeah. No, crouching forward, whatever. I'm the phrasing, and it took a long time, but I never was ever really to be able to like, okay, let me take this and apply it and like run with it. Because I just didn't have the actual know-how, how to like apply those skills and how like what I learned in my training sessions to my actual things. So I'd play the games, I'd lose and be like, okay, well I suck, and then just kind of go my day. But the will to keep on winning is important. So yeah, bro, imagine 1K hours in Valorant couldn't be me. It's over 3 years, over 2 years, so it's not like 500 hours a year is a lot. I could play Val with friends and just flop. Shooters aren't for me. SF3 though. Street Fighter 5, I'm hoping to maybe like one anime game I'll pick up, but I've tried to do a Shoryuken motion. I hate it. The Z thing is kind of obnoxious, but as long as you're doing it on wake up, it's fine. As long as you're doing it on wake up, it's fine. Yeah, Valorant, I've slowed down on. My brothers want to play, and I kind of want to get back into it, but my my actual like dexterity with it has kind of stayed like my muscle memory, so I'd probably be in like Plat 1 or Plat 2 right now if I actually got back into it just cold turkey, but I want to warm up. That's the biggest thing, is kind of learning what you have to do to actually get to where you need to be. It's kind of crazy, but mentally holding forward, then quarter circle comes easier. Yeah, for me, I do a little like hold down and go like that. That's usually how I get it done. At least how I did in the past. But yes, Skullgirls potentially. One anime fighter is probably good. Maybe DBZ. I don't know. I could never perfect. I could never perfect in someone in DBZ though. I've heard that's very, very, very hard to do. It's very important, and it's something you need to do specifically. But Beowulf's sick. I played Skullgirls before Beowulf came out. And my best friend of over a decade now plays Beowulf and Big Band and who's the umbrella girl? I cannot remember her name. It's gonna come to me. No, it's not. But he plays all those characters and he's really good. So, but they're really cool. I love seeing them in action. The microphone drop, the chair, big owl woo, and Big Band's super fun to watch play too. So. That was really fun. Street Fighter 5 though, and Street Fighter 6. I don't know who I'm gonna play. There's a few people that I probably should learn how to play. I actually don't even really know my style other than I played Evil Ryu in Street Fighter 4. So, maybe just Ryu or Ken or Shoto would probably be fine. It's probably easy to pick up. Definitely not going for like a Sim or one or Honda. I guess I know it's like 2 of the roster. Though Rashid, I played Rashid in Street Fighter 5 actually, and he was good. He was really good. I liked him a lot. So. Big Band can actually make the Among Us song. Yeah, because he can do pretty much any song on the 3, right? As long as you can do it. DBFZ, touch deaths are something that you have to worry about. Very typical players. Yeah, I've heard that DBFZ like competitive now. It's kind of crazy. Like it's cool to watch and a lot of fun because I think the game looks sick. But Strive, I could play Strive too. That's the one I need to play. My brother actually got pretty good at Strive. Kage is Evil Ryu. I like Kage like as like a style. I think he looks really neat. But he's slow, isn't he? He's kind of slow for Shotos. The better version would just be for me to play Akuma. Like for me to pick up Akuma. Like I heard Kage players are actually like not that good. they've never touched Super Diamond. I've heard that's what I've heard about Kage players specifically. For sure. Yeah. But Under Night Rebirth, no, people like those games a lot. I've actually heard a lot of people are like really into the Under Night series and like the whole like Melty Blood and all that. And I'm like, it's okay. So fighting climax. That's really what we gotta do, right? I like fighting games and then learn enough to be okay. There's always hit a wall. Learning and drilling becomes too grindy and unfun. Probably my ADHD. True. I think it's like that's also kind of interesting because like learning how to get better and proficient, make a skill more proficient is really just about like learning your basics and how to apply those basics until you get to that next step. Like it's much simpler and much easier to apply. Like for me now to like Yu-Gi-Oh, even when I was getting really good at Yu-Gi-Oh, or well, really good, I'm okay. Or Valorant, like trying to learn how to get my legs on like an actual mouse and keyboard because I was never an FPS player before. And so a lot of it's just like training your mind and your eyes to like look and see different things, like where you should be looking. And you kind of have to block out the other stuff, like where you should be positioning and where you should be like, and how you should be making these calls. Like you just shouldn't worry about certain things until you get to a certain level. Because before you get to that certain level, you kind of just have to learn your basics, right? Like your ball handling skills in basketball are super important, right? You can learn how to shoot all day, but you know, up until the point where you can actually play in a game or play in like a pickup game, you probably should learn your basics first. Like it's all about basics. Get your basics down, right? And that's there for everything. But I don't know. Grand Blue Fantasy. I've heard Grand Blue's good. I got a few friends that play Grand Blue. Marvel. Any in Marvel Infinite players? No. We play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Modded for sure. That's what we do. Or Melee. We just go back to Melee. That's the comfort pick. Actually, Gage is into Melee. Gage and Coder actually have some Melee reservations. I gotta play Gage in Melee the next time I see him. APS Paul APS is actually apparently a really good Sheik. Apparently really good. But all right, everyone. I think I'm gonna call it that. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me tonight and talking fighting games and stuff too. I'm glad to see that you guys might be interested in watching some fighting game content because I do want to play. I do actually want to give it a solid try and you know, get good with the homies. Go to Combo Breaker and Evos and have actually a good time and not just be like, that's cool, where's Smash, you know? So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight and for being here. Arms like Wild Heart, I'm saying, went to the gym before the stream, felt pretty good. And I'll talk to you guys later. If it's late for you, get some sleep. And if not, then I hope you have a great rest of your night or a great rest of your day, depending on how long it's been for you. Flex like Wallet Edge too. I'm saying, big saying. Thank you so much for everyone stopping by and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. You guys are great. Kind of a W stream. Thank you, Daniel. Only half W. It's V stream. Victory. But eat something good if you haven't eaten already. Take care of yourself first and foremost, and I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Peace out, y'all.